No, we knew like in high school, but like she's older, and it's a weird thing. Like if you're not the same grade in high school, it's such a big deal. And when we met, I was a little ninth grader, and she was a cafeteria lady.
And I love that hairnet. Oh man, gets me so
right.
And your name is Moody McCarthy, but you're not called Moody because you were bipolar, or this was a nickname you had as a kid.
I don't know. I don't think I'm. I had a conversation that messed my head up because my friend's real depressed, and I asked her. I go, what's that like when it's at its worst? And she goes, oh, I just sleep all the time and I don't leave the apartment. I was like, uh-oh. Those are the two things that make me happy. Now I'm depressed that I'm not depressed. I don't know. But I like depressed people. They're easy to be around.
Yeah.
Right? Very low maintenance.
Right.
My girlfriend on the couch, she's depressed, and I used to ask her, I go, hey, what do you want to do today? She's like, nothing. I'm like, done.
So weak.
All right.
I felt like a provider.
Jackpot.
That was great.
Yeah.
The hyper people make me anxious, like, because people assume I want to do whatever they want to do.
Let's go hiking. Let's go backpacking. Let's go ride bikes.
Oh, that'd be great. You do those things?
No, my least favorite question when someone asks you, they don't even tell you what they got lined up. They're like, what are you doing tomorrow morning? I'm like, screening your call.
I know what you're saying. So, Mark, you're a single guy.
Yeah, I tell you, though, it's tough because...
It's the Bob and Tom Show. Hello, everyone. I'm Chick McGee, and this is my first song. It's a song about something I'm very familiar with. My life as a ladies' man. Oh, yeah. Yes, yes, yes. I know that. Tell me something I don't know. Of that nasty stuff. Nasty stuff. Nasty stuff. Nasty stuff. I'm a sex machine. Stanky. Nasty stuff. That's right. I am bad.
Oh, yeah. You bad. You bad. You bad.
I am a bad ass. Thank you very much.
Testify.
I'd give that a right on, brother.
Word up.
I'm sorry. I don't know what you're saying. Oh, my goodness. I'm feeling it. I dance as good as I want. And frankly, I'm a little frightened. Lay it on me, ladies.
He can't get enough.
Give it up.
He can't get enough.
Give it up for the Mac Daddy.
He can't get enough.
I can't get enough.
Of that nasty stuff.
Nasty stuff. Nasty stuff. Oh my goodness.
Nasty stuff.
This has never happened before. I apologize.
Nasty stuff.
Does anyone have a towel or a moist towelette? Well, thanks for the bump and grind. I've got to bust a move. Peace out.
Nasty stuff.
Hey, good morning. It's the Bob and Tom Show. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
And a tribute to nasty stuff.
Hello, Pat Godwin.
Hey, Chick McGee.
How you doing? He's in the performance room. He was wistfully wandering around this morning in the building like he was lost and didn't know where he was. So
Pensive.
I don't know. He was very pensive. I don't know what that means for later on, but we will see. There's Josh Arnold in the upside sidekick chair.
Hey, Chickie.
There's Ace Cosby.
Hello.
Manning the track phone hotline hot phone. And there's making an entrance, the one and the only, the queen of our show.
Thank you, Chick, for
Christy
finally
Lee.
acknowledging.
Yes.
Her Highness
You look great today,
from
Christy.
the news desk.
I'm going to call you Miss Thang today.
Miss Thang?
Yep.
That looks like
You're
Nice.
Miss Thang.
that also looks like a slipcover for a couch.
It looks lovely. Don't listen to him.
I was going to say, what a nice outfit you have on.
Thank you.
Is that a shirt?
I wouldn't mind it draped over my couch.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, if you don't want to get pizza stains on it, I'd hang it in the closet.
Boy, I thought yesterday was...
Bad.
Yeah.
was enough. That would have been enough, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what, Ben? You're right. Sometimes we think, well, that's enough. Sure enough. But no.
Enough already.
If you're going to attack Christy, I'm going to attack
Attack
back.
or compliment?
I attacked her,
He
so
complimented.
attack me.
Then he called her Miss Poontang?
No,
Miss
Miss Thang. That's a
Sorry.
compliment.
Same
Yes.
Wow.
It's not the same.
Speaking of that, you know what I heard yesterday on the radio all the way through that I've not heard in 35 years? What's New Pussycat by Tom Jones. The end of that song is a little rough.
Oh, I don't remember.
I've never
Does
gotten to
he
the end.
scat with the word pussy?
Yeah, he talks about her
Yeah, I've heard it
lips.
skips. Yeah, see, that's unfortunately, in spite of digital technology.
I know I
Here
never
at the Bob and
heard
Tom
the
Radio
end.
Studios, which we are augmenting, Eddie's been really busy because he's setting up the Black Moods right now, the
Thank
Bob and
you,
Tom Show
Christy.
house band. But Eddie has set up, as you can see here, a turntable for me because for some reason, the What's New Pussycat not available digitally, only available on vinyl.
Well, the YouTube camera can't see that.
Yeah, it's a shame the camera can't see that. Thank you, Ace. I do have it here for you. Let's give it a little bit of a listen. Tom Jones from Wales. Big star in the late 60s, but still selling out in Vegas.
Had his own TV show on ABC. I believe.
Very good.
Sure
Here we
did.
go. A little bit
Nice
of it.
variety show.
Well, you can hear that.
Oh, yeah.
You can hear that scratch.
Yeah.
No.
Cat.
Let me put a quarter on this and
That sometimes works.
see if this will. You put a little weight on the tone arm, Christy, and that.
Oh, I'm very well aware. I was an old DJ, too,
Okay,
you know.
here we go.
What's new, pussy, 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 go and water your cute little pussy.
We'll just stop right there.
That's far worse.
It's far
It
worse
just didn't help at all waiting
when
it
you
out.
listen to the whole thing. It's like,
Well, let me try this part here.
What's new, pussy, pussy, pussy,
No,
pussy,
yeah,
pussy.
it's just,
Yeah, no, still.
it's just,
Yep,
it's
still a
just
mess.
skipping. Yeah, I'm not sure about the end of it. I'll dig
he
that
wants
up
to
for you.
kiss her. I'll show you. And he says it just like this.
Okay. Well, that's right. That's
Well, it's the kitty cat has
The
a
lips
mouth.
of a cat, yeah.
yeah, see, it's a.
Yeah, he's talking about a cat. That's right.
Well, I mean, there's a certain,
so.
perhaps a double entendre if your mind is filthy.
Wow.
but,
Exactly. Get your mind out of the gutter.
okay, here we go.
What's new, pussy, I'm gonna give you.
I've been lost.
That's a song. We should have Disco Friday.
No.
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah, play.
People would
like
love it.
one of those old great disco songs from the late 70s.
Shame by Evelyn Champagne
that's a good
King.
one.
Man, that's a great song.
Starts and ends with Disco Inferno for me.
That's a good song,
It's a
too.
good
Very
song.
good, yeah.
That's a very good song. You don't like Disco Inferno?
It's okay.
Burn the Mother Down.
Yeah.
Burn, baby, burn.
Disco Inferno.
I think it's inciting a riot.
It's a dance riot.
Sure it is.
It's got one of the great bass riffs here. Burn the Mother Down.
You should be dancing by
Should
the
be
Bee Gees.
dancing.
I like that one.
That's kind of annoying.
John
Yeah.
Travolta. No, John Travolta used that song to rehearse to.
Did you ever go
Saturday
to
Night
a
Fever.
disco?
I did not.
Really?
I was nowhere near cool enough. I was probably married during the disco years.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Wow.
I did
How
not.
about you, Tommy?
How did that go?
Oh, hey, Josh,
Why
Mr.
don't
Funny
you
Man.
have a pizza and shut up?
Getting back to our
Making a
topic.
disco
That was not
joke.
much of a disco goal.
Well, I was.
Disco,
there was
dat go?
There was an under 21 club here in town called the Stoplight, and I burnt that dance floor
Now,
down.
I was once taken to Disney World, and sometimes they would shut the park down early, and then they would reopen it with a number of musical acts scattered about the Magic Kingdom. And I saw the Village People, who I'd never heard of at the time. I didn't know who any of these bands were, and they had like this crack band of New York session guys. I recognized a couple of them going, "Oh my God, this is going to be great!" And then those guys walked out.
Yeah.
Wow, and they have quite a show.
Sure they do.
I think a couple of them are gay.
Did they get them from Greenwich Village? Is that why they got called the Village People?
They were called Village People. I'm not sure how many of them actually sang on the record. I think
I know, but
just the lead guy. I think.
I think the cop is the singer.
Oh, really?
And they have some songs that have lived
Cowboy
forever.
Guy was cool.
They sure have.
And they had a couple cops. I think the first cop was the best singer, and then he left.
Didn't he write them all? I think he was the writer.
I don't know. You're the Village People expert.
No, I don't know. We can dig that up. Certainly, that was not a topic.
That's our
I was
Disco Friday for today.
Prepared for today.
See?
Coming up, we have menstrual products in the news. An interesting news story. This is a very positive story for the ladies.
Pads and ponds.
We have a different kind of pad in the news.
Oh.
You know you're in deep, don't you, when you're down to the drugstore and standing in front of the feminine needs and, well, here I am.
You're not happy to do it for her? Help her out?
There's an arc.
I see.
There's like, oh, this is great. I got to get out.
It's easier today because of phones, and you can, okay, here I'm in the thing, and then you start walking through which one do you want. It's a lot easier.
Date one of those free bleeders. You don't have to worry about it.
Free bleeder.
Hi, what do you do for a living? Mm-hmm. And are you a free bleeder?
So did you check that box when you?
Is that one of the first date questions?
Sites?
Pat, do you happen to know any free bleeders?
Holy hell!
She's a good girl, loves her freedom, hates tampons and maxi pads too. She's a good girl who doesn't want nothing stuck up
Yeah, okay.
her hoochie coo. Yeah, she's free. Free bleeder. Woo! One more time. Yeah, she's free. Free bleeding. There you go.
Oh, beautiful. Lovely.
Nice. So, and then free bleeders.
And you thought that was going nowhere. What?
Free bleeders
don't use anything.
Nothing. Not a cup. No.
Well, no, they don't use a Diva cup either. I think they probably stick something down there and then wash it.
That
like
sure
a
ain't
diaper.
free to me. That doesn't sound free.
Yeah, well, I mean, free means they don't have to pay for tampons, I guess.
Or
maybe.
apparently office furniture. Well,
They work
Susie,
from home.
Susie, nice job in the memo. We're going to have to get you a new chair.
Maybe the
I
work
told the decorator white was an appropriate,
Yeah.
but really.
work from home movement has sparked this.
Well,
I was a big cup fan. I kind of like the idea of that.
The Diva cup?
The Diva cup.
Yeah, a lot of women use that.
do some shots.
Yeah.
No.
Welcome to Count
Count Copula.
Copula. The shots to that.
My new girlfriend.
Okay.
What we do in the shadows, the vampires there, they open up a nightclub, and their first, it's Nadia's, and their first act was Richie Suck. He's he's the number one vampire rapper.
Sure.
Now, coming up, we're going to meet our house band today. They are the Black Moods. And we're going to get these guys all tweaked out and ready to go. And we'll be hearing from them throughout the morning. And I'm certainly looking forward to seeing the guys and hearing them in a matter of moments. Right now, a couple quick things coming up. We do have interesting news about the world of feminine hygiene products in one particular place. A geographical place, obviously not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
You don't wear it behind your ear. Do women ever do that, like guys that leave a cigarette there?
No, we don't do that. We have purses.
Hi, Marge. Oh, I see you got an extra crotch rocket there. Can I borrow it?
I need a crammer. Can you help me?
Sorry. Coming up also in sports.
Well, hang on. Also in sports, Tom, maybe 2 or 3 times a year, he takes a personal interest in a sports story. And he exhausts all possibilities. He tries to tell me what's happened, even though I've seen what's happened. What do? I let him talk and let him. Yes, Tom, that's right. We have one of those stories coming up.
I know what it is.
All right.
It's very complicated.
It's very, very complicated.
It involves sourcing. And right now, I want to ask you about how your head is. It's okay if it's not perfect. Nobody is. Brains are complicated. We got to treat them right.
They are.
That's how we can help ourselves. That's very important. So this is where BetterHelp comes in. The Bob and Tom Show is sponsored by BetterHelp. How would you like to take care of your car? Well, you want to take good care of your car. Do the same thing for your life. Now, what I'm talking about is BetterHelp online therapy. Plenty of ways to support a healthy brain. I don't know, maybe do Wordle every day. Do crossword puzzles. Take a nap. Do good things for your body. Eat great food. But also, you might want to talk to somebody. That's where BetterHelp Online Therapy comes in. Much more affordable than in-person therapy. You can be matched with a therapist in under 48 hours. And there's a special offer for Bob and Tom Show listeners where you can get 10% off your first month at BetterHelp.com/BT Show. BetterHelp Online Therapy offering video, phone, even chat-only therapy sessions if that works for you. You don't have to see anyone or be on camera if you don't want to be. A lot of flexibility. If you want to change therapists, you can do so very quickly. Once again, check it out. BetterHelp.com/BT Show. 10% off that first month of online therapy. BetterHelp. H-E-L-P. BetterHelp.com/BT Show. Do something good for yourself so you can do good things for everybody else. Coming up, more crazy news about bears in the wild. And oh dear, porta-potties flying off a truck. Yikes, veer left. We'll find out what that's all about. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Morning laughter just might be the best medicine.
If you want to turn your daddy parts orange, eat some Cheetos and watch some porn.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
You picked a great morning to tune in this morning. Bob and Tom 24/7. I'm Mark Allison. This morning, the Black Moods. In-house, our band, that's right. They are on the road. They're going to be in Indianapolis Saturday night at the Rathskeller, then Friday, August 26th at the Riff in Springfield, Missouri. Springfield, I know you're going to show up for the Black Moods. And then Madison, Wisconsin. Yes, Madison, they love cheese, they love beer, and they love the Black Mood. September 3rd, a Saturday night at the Taste of Madison. That's going to be a lot of fun. I might road trip up there myself, of course. Labor Day weekend. The Black Moods. But importantly, they're here this morning, all morning long, live music. We had Duke Tomato yesterday, the same performance space today. It's the Black Mood. Smack Tom, everybody. TheBlackMoods.com for more. Also, Jeff Oskey in the news we failed to mention on a Friday right here on Bob and Tom 24/7. Buckle up. Here we go.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee with your Bob and Tom Entertainment News. Olivia Newton-John will have a state memorial in her home country of Australia. Victoria Premier Daniel Andrews writes on social media that Newton-John's family has accepted his offer to hold the state memorial. He describes it as, quote, most of a concert than a funeral. Details will be announced later. Actor Anne Heche is on life support after suffering a brain injury in a fiery crash a week ago and is now not expected to survive. A statement released on behalf of her family said that she is being kept on life support to determine if she is a viable organ donor. Earlier yesterday, police announced they're investigating Heche for driving under the influence of drugs. She crashed her car into a Los Angeles home August 5th. Detectives with a search warrant took a blood sample from Heche, and it has shown narcotics in her system. And model and actor Jerry Hall and media mogul Rupert Murdoch have agreed to the terms of their pending divorce. Hall filed a request in Los Angeles Superior Court Wednesday to dismiss her original petition for divorce from Murdoch, which she had filed last month, with permission to file a new one. Apparently, the couple remain good friends, wish each other the best for the future. Hall, who is 66, Murdoch, 91, married in London in 2016. No financial details have been released. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
Comedian John Campanera.
Vin Scully is funny because he's one of these announcers that loves to read lips. Wait a minute, here comes Tracy out of the dugout. He's in the umpire's face. It appears he wants to take the ump to Fuddruckers after the game. You know what makes me laugh is Skip Caray, Harry's son. He does the Atlanta Brave games.
Sure.
I listen to this guy when I can't sleep. Chipper Jones takes one on the outside, 3-1 on Chipper Jones. Don't forget all week long, we got the best of the Duke right here on TBS. John Wayne right here on TBS. There's a long fly ball. Looks like that's out of here.
I love that.
And you know, Harry's going, I can't believe that's my son. You know, Harry would get excited over the dumbest stuff. Hey! Check out the kid in the sombrero.
Hey, man, it's Donnie Baker. And the fact remains there's nothing better than being a VIP. And I don't mean like us dudes on Pervert Rabbit Xanadu's. I'm talking about a Bob and Tom VIP. Best thing, you'll never miss another minute of the show. I swear to God. You can hear the show here in the morning, and then because you're a Bob and Tom VIP, you'll get the podcast of the entire show, a 12-month library of podcasts, hundreds of Bob and Tom comedy tapes, and a 60-day video archive of the show. Bob and Tom VIP. You have to get it. It's state law.
Essential morning radio. All day and all night.
Really? No, seriously. Really?
Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
We have comedian Nick Griffin. Nick, you were saying that you were a communications major in college, but you have trouble communicating with people.
I think what my big problem is I don't care about the same things that other people care about, and obviously I live in Hollywood and there's constant entertainment news, and you just, everywhere you turn, every little article in the grocery store line. Demi Moore, she has a career, 3 kids, and is going out with a 28-year-old hunk. How does she stay so fit? I don't know, she makes $10 million a movie. That might help. For that kind of money, she could hire a guy who did nothing all day but swat cookies out of her hand. Literally.
Oh, cookie.
Stop it. Get a whole nother guy for cakes and pies.
Hey, it's Roy Wood Jr. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
I got thrown out of J.C. Penney the other day.
Really?
Yeah, fondling up the mannequins. You believe that? And that ain't my fault. Have you seen the mannequins in there?
Uh-huh.
And they taunt you, too. They got the little short skirt on, arm up, kind of waving you over. You know what I mean? Shoot. I tell you what, if you ask me, the little whore was asking for it.
You know you're too high when you're eating cereal naked and your girlfriend tells you to put some clothes on. You realize it's not your girlfriend. It's just a woman on a bus. So that's how you know you're too high.
Bob and Tom, 24/7.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You just ruined it.
On guitar. Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hey, chick.
There's Pat Godwin playing his keyboard in the performance room.
Hello, chick.
Wait a second, I see the boys.
Yep.
Crank it up, fellas.
Josh Arnold, Ace Cosby on Chick. Here's Tom, and here are the Black Moods.
There we go. All right. The house band is a rockin' this morning. The Black Moods are in the other building. I haven't even had a chance to talk to them yet.
Me either.
But I can hear them right now. Looking good, sounding good. How can you see this, Ace Cosby?
Go to YouTube. We're live.
Watch us on YouTube.
On YouTube? Okay, just go to Bob and Tom Show. We're feeding her out live today. I'll introduce the band. That's Josh Kennedy on the rock star bod and hair and guitar. I did that for Christy's benefit. Chico Diaz on the drums. Jordan Hoffman on the bass.
It's good to see you guys.
Yeah.
Good morning. Hey, Josh, let's say hi to the other Josh here. How are you, sir?
Hey, how's everyone feeling?
Good. Looking good.
You guys sound great.
When's the last time you were up this early?
Well, I'm still up. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
I bet they didn't go to bed.
Okay. It just looks like Starbucks cups. We're going to get back to you guys in just a couple minutes so you guys can get yourself all ready to rock. Looking good, I got to tell you.
Thanks.
You guys look like the rock stars that you are. A couple of road gigs coming up for these guys. Springfield, Missouri, August 26th. That's a Friday night.
All right.
And then Saturday, the 3rd of September, A Taste of Madison in Madison, Wisconsin.
Sweet.
That's a party.
Well, they're going to get a taste of real rock.
There you go. There you go. Well, you guys take a break. We'll be back with more music and our house band today, the Black Moods. Already requests for the Smack Tom song.
Of course.
I didn't even think about that.
Sometimes you just write a hit.
Yeah. You guys don't want to rehearse that one. I doubt if you play it live very often.
I bet they get requests
We
for it
do.
every night.
I told you that one time there was a guy in the audience holding up a sign that said play Smack Tom.
I love my people. Okay, it's good to see you guys. Hang in there. We'll be right back. We have to check in with...
I like the way you look on the bright side of things. It's not that he wants to smack you in the face. It's, I love my people.
No, he wants to hear that great song. It's terrific. We'll get to that. It's all coming up. Once again, Black Moods hanging out as our house band today.
Speaking of rock and roll, and we were playing a vinyl record. Today is National Vinyl Record Day.
Oh, all right.
If you're a big vinyl record fan,
I'd like to see stats of how many people, me included, have decided, I'm going to try the vinyl. Yeah, I'm going to get a bunch of vinyl records and a turntable because it's warmer and it reminds me. And then it takes 38 minutes to put up one record. And then you think, there
are a lot of fans.
Digital things, really.
There is a big controversy right now in the world of vinyl records. Google it. It's a Washington Post article about one of the companies that has been selling very high-end vinyl records. Apparently, there may have been a little bit of digitization in the process of putting them on vinyl, which would kind of defeat the purpose. Very complicated for the audiophiles, so make up your own mind, but check it out in the Washington Post. One of the cool things about vinyl, though, is it sort of forces you to listen to songs that you wouldn't ordinarily listen to. Now,
right, because you're too lazy to get up and turn it over.
And sometimes you discover really great music. And also, the songs are in a specific order, because it was a different world.
Yeah.
Do you listen to new albums top to bottom? I tend to.
I don't.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
I get upset when I download them and they're not in order as they are when the album's released. So I got to go back and move.
That happens?
That does.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Especially if you buy a greatest hits album. And it's a compilation of so-called hits, and then you wait a minute, what happened to that song there? Oh, that didn't make the cut.
Yeah, that's always weird.
Yeah, but then sometimes, it can happen. I mean, I think "Enter the Young" by the Association.
No.
What does that sound?
Yeah, that was on their Greatest Hits Volume 2. Which, we can't get them all in one?
I'm sorry. We have Chick McGee at the Bob and Tom Sports Desk. And once again, we are trying to name Chick's fantasy football team.
Yes.
I personally enjoy the tribute to the salute to his favorite team, the Washington Football Club, now known as what, Josh?
The Commanders.
The Commanders. But Art Monk, one of the great players, I like for Chick's team the Hey, Hey, We're the Art Monks, or How Great Thou Art, Monk.
Are you pausing for laughter there when you say, hey, we're the Art Monks?
No, I find it humorous, somewhat sophisticated, referencing classic Monkees music. But we have a lot of other things to get to. But if you have a good idea, Bob and Tom at bobandtom.com. We'd love to hear from you. Now, something interesting happened last evening on the Fox broadcast of the Reds game.
Yeah?
Somewhat controversial.
Oh, yeah?
Chick, you want to explain this to me?
Well, I was going to do the NFL preseason because that would rightfully be first in the sportscast, but I will do whatever you say there, puppeteer. Last night in Dyersville, Iowa, that's right, the Ken Griffey Jr. and Ken Griffey Sr. played catch. The crowd went wild.
I bet.
And the Chicago Cubs went on to beat the Reds 4-2 in Major League Baseball's second Field of Dreams game there in Dyersville.
And it is all about fathers and sons, really. So,
yeah. Seiya Suzuki reached three times. Nick Madrigal had 3 hits for Chicago in a throwback ballpark. They were in the throwback unis. Just a short walk away from the main field for the 1989 movie. My gripe, my beef, my problem with the Field of Dreams game. They're not playing on the Field of Dreams.
I know,
They don't want to ruin it. They don't want to have to change it.
Well, they play on ballparks, all the fields. They don't ruin those fields.
Didn't they make the field just for the movie?
Yes.
So therefore, it's not appropriate to be played on.
You're on the wrong side of this.
Oh, you are.
You.
Wait a second.
Not going to shoot another movie.
Hey, the New York Giants play in New Jersey, okay? So let's...
Because the tourists want to see the way the field was.
Anyway.
The point
Use
is...
your heads, dummies.
The reason I was going to do another story first is because we're looking for the Harry Caray audio, unless you have it. Harry Caray was there last night.
Well, I have
singing Taking Me Out to the Ball Game.
How's that possible?
Well, that's the trick, you see.
And another reason I didn't want to do this story, but go ahead. No.
Did you watch any of this game? Did Kevin Costner come out?
Of course not. No, he wasn't.
I watched some of it. I couldn't figure out because I didn't listen to Chick yesterday, so I didn't know who the Reds were playing. And I'm like, what team is that? I couldn't see
Cubbies,
that little
right? Yeah, they had different...
The little bear thing, and it was...
Throwback.
Yeah.
And you're a girl, too. You shouldn't be watching baseball.
I didn't watch long. Don't worry.
Oh,
but
good.
They did do a tribute to Harry Caray.
No, they didn't do a tribute. Not at all. Harry Caray sang Take Me Out to the Ball Game.
He's dead.
Via a hologram.
Oh,
that's cool.
People at the game loved it. people on social media hated it.
Really?
You don't say.
Yeah.
You mean there are people on social media that have negative thoughts on virtually anything?
See, this illustrates my point. Sometimes I know you think I'm willy-nilly and I have no connection with reality.
Right.
But I was doing the stories in an order so we could have the Harry Caray audio. Now Dean is just a ball of activity trying to find this audio for you. And now we have to play this bit.
Oh, because I have a little moment of comedy here about Harry Caray.
Okay. A second ago.
If you're familiar with Harry's work, we'll just give this a listen. You can judge it on your own, or you can be a hater online if you want. But here we go.
We're going to speak with comedian Ken Severa. Ken, I think the last time you were on, Harry Caray was still alive.
Oh, wait a second.
He is still alive.
You could have fooled me, man. I'm doing Harry karaoke in my act now.
Harry karaoke?
Yeah, well, you have to assume that at some point Harry's going to get sick of singing Take Me Out to the Ball Game, so he'll probably bust into something by Zeppelin. Hey, mama, saw the way you move. Gonna make you sweat, gonna make you groove. Everybody. People at Wrigley are just stunned. If you want my body and you think I'm sexy, hey! Everybody want the dinosaur. Boom, boom, aka boom. My name is Luca. Harry's snapping. He's snapping. Well, they have baseball in Florida now, which I think must be fun. Watching 90-year-old people doing the wave. In the event of a rally oxygen mask or dropping from the upper deck. Opening day, somebody throws out the first hip. Lines to the restrooms would be real short, though, thanks to Depends. It'll be like the only stadium in the country where the lights are connected to the clapper. Somebody hits a home run, it'll look like disco night at a Shriner convention.
Ken Severa and his little tribute to Harry Caray. We'll get to more of Mr. Caray coming up in 3 dimensions live in the form of a hologram. You say hologram or hologram?
I say hologram.
Hologram.
Okay. You go with the hol?
Hologram. I think it was the holodeck on Star Trek Next Gen.
I ain't no holoback girl.
No, you are. No, you
Still never figure out what that is.
A hollaback girl?
We'll explain it to you later.
Okay, good.
And this was last night in Dyersville, Iowa. Harry Caray, live, in quotes, singing Take Me Out to the Ball Game.
All right. Let me hear you. Good and loud. On 1, on 2, on 3. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and crack.
Now, that's the stadium actually singing along with you.
Right. You can tell the stadium they love it.
Oh, man, that's fun.
Root. And the best, I think we'll have to look for that too. Remember when Mike Ditka sang?
Oh, yeah.
Take me out of the ball game. It was way too fast. He didn't want to be there. And somehow it reflected in his vocal. It was interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, there have been a lot of butchered versions of Take Me Out to the Ball Game, but Harry's certainly a great tradition.
Sure.
Heck yeah.
And it's got kind of fun. But so you said on the internet people were just bitching about it?
I wonder what they were upset about.
That he's dead.
Well, I don't know why. I would
disrespect and on and on.
Disrespect.
Dean is a miracle worker. Here's Mike Ditka.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd.
Tempo.
He tries.
You got to hand it to the organ player.
Yeah. He's trying to catch it.
Yeah.
Kiss my ass. Yeah, that organ player is the guy that gets the applause on that one. Nicely done. We have another tribute coming up, but first, what have you got already?
NFL preseason in action last night. Tyler Huntley, some of the Cape
of the Jets.
Huntleys.
The Chet Huntleys. Boy, that's a...
Good night.
He was 16 of 18. That's almost perfect. 110 yards and a touchdown the first half. And the Ravens extended their record streak. A record streak of preseason wins, Tom.
Yeah.
At 21.
Now, what is your
Isn't that exciting?
philosophy of the preseason?
The games don't count, but the injuries do.
Yeah. I'm just to go back. I'm watching this Harry Caray thing.
Yeah.
Have you actually watched it, Christy?
I've only seen like 5 seconds.
This hologram is so realistic. It actually gets drunk and pisses in the cornfield.
Wow, that's a good hologram.
Yeah. It is amazing.
Remember the Ken Severa story where he went to a Cubs game and he was walking home pretty late. And he walked by an alley and he saw Harry Caray in the alley with his hand against the wall taking a leak. And he went, "Harry!" And Harry went, "Play ball!" Bob and I went up to the air booth one time at a Cub
that was
game.
you and Bob. Huh.
Bob and I went up to the air booth at a Cub game, and Mr. Caray was up there, and he had one of those huge stadium beers. Wasn't beer in that thing.
Yikes.
Yeah, you know.
Hey,
He enjoyed
himself. Having a good time. Enjoy the ball game. I'm sorry. Back to you, Chick.
Yeah, that's right.
Mike's.
Ravens win 23-10. Hush. And Graham Gano, and you know he's a kicker for the New York Giants. When I say Gano, that reminds me of Gnip Gnop.
Did you like Gnip Gnop?
Gnip Gnop. I'll tell you this. I was, 45, 50 years old before I realized Gnip Gnop was ping pong backwards.
Yeah.
What is that?
Had no idea.
What are you talking about?
It's a game, yeah. It's like a...
Gnip Gnop. Yeah, you push a button and the balls fly through a hole.
Oh,
and
I
you
don't remember that.
And you try.
Yeah.
I don't either.
Well, therefore, it didn't exist.
Quite popular,
okay.
but...
Barely.
You don't remember Gnip Gnop.
I do not remember Gnip Gnop.
What were you playing while we were playing? What was your favorite toy when you were a child there on the estate? What was it?
Estate? I don't know.
Cricket in the afternoon.
It's a polo in the morning.
My esteemed Appaloosa prize-winning.
Of course, I would do the fox
lies.
hunt every first of the month. A fox hunt.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very, very.
There's no way you got out of that.
No. It was something else.
We need to. We're going to have the band do a little bit of
anyway, the Giants
commercial
win.
music.
Giants win last night, 23-21.
Once again, our house band today, we have the Black Moods. Fellas, I need something about, let's see, I don't know what this is a thing about low T. So can you give me something kind of bluesy and slow? Is that possible? Yeah. Okay, once again, the Black Moods. That sounds good. Oh, yeah. Feeling good right now.
I got the cheese, so
yeah, baby.
I'll help you with your tea.
Okay. Testosterone affects many aspects of your body, gents. Sex drive, erections, bone mass, the production of sperm. Low testosterone is often referred to as low T and can affect your life in many ways. Low T can reduce your sex drive, like I said. So you might even have like mood changes or things that you just don't, you got to find out about it. Well, put it this way. Roman, the folks we've been talking about for years, Roman now has an at-home testosterone test kit. Can be step one to figure out what's going on here. The Roman testosterone test kit cannot diagnose if you have low T, but it can help you decide to further investigate the potential cause of your symptoms by your provider. So check it out. Roman sends you an easy-to-use kit with step-by-step video instructions. They even cover free 2-day shipping to and from your home. Just take the test before 10 in the morning and ship it back the same day. Once your results are ready, Roman sends you a certified set of lab results to a secure private account, your account, in an easy-to-read, downloadable PDF. So you can choose to schedule a free consultation, then to go over your results with a U.S. licensed healthcare professional. Go to GetRoman.com/BT show today and find out what's going on for your at-home testosterone test kit. It's only $69. GetRoman.com/BT show. We're coming back with some music from our house band, the Black Moods. By the way, the Black Moods, Springfield, Missouri, Friday, August 26th, and Saturday, September 3rd. The Taste of Madison in Madison, Wisconsin. It's going to taste good when we come back. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. Catch any part of the show you missed later today on our YouTube channel.
got some extra from the Bob and Tom Show.
With us in the studio, comedian John Garrett. You have a straight job? I mean, like a normal day-to-day thing?
Yeah, I actually do. I'm actually a CPA, believe it or not.
Oh,
yeah, and
that spells party.
Yeah, it does. Most people think CPAs are hysterical. Yeah. No, of course not. We're dorks, big dorks. But and honestly, on behalf of all accountants out there, I'd like to say that we don't all do taxes. Some of us prefer to embezzle. It's much more lucrative. I read recently Willie Nelson wrote a song called Whatever Happened to Peace on Earth as his little protest to the war in Iraq. And my immediate thought was, why does he care? It's not like it's his tax dollar being put to use. I mean, I think the U.S. government should write a song called Whatever Happened to Willie's 1040. Yeah, there's a tax joke for the accountants.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
Good morning. It is a Friday, everybody, or as we like to say around here, Friday. It's August 12th. The Black Moods, our in-house band this morning, and our comedian staff member, Jeff Oskey, going to bring us the news we failed to mention. Jeff, busy today. In addition to preparing, getting ready for writing, producing, editing, and starring in the news we failed to mention, he's also going to be on stage tonight with Josh Arnold and Reno Collier. That's right, those three live on stage, Richmond, Indiana, at the 4th Floor Blues Club, coming up Saturday night, August 13th, at the American Legion in Martinsville, Indiana. Live comedy. And by the way, Greg Warren, who stopped by yesterday here at the Frigamall Building, is going to be at the Caravan in Louisville, Kentucky. He started there on stage last night, probably sleeping in this morning, well-deserved, but he'll be on stage again tonight and Saturday night. Again, that's the Caravan in Louisville, Kentucky. GregWarrenComedy.com for more. Oh, and by the way, the trifecta, Josh Arnold, Jeff Oskey, Reno Collier appearing in Richmond tonight, Martinsville, Indiana tomorrow night, the Indiana tour, thatjosharnold.com for tickets and information as we roll on through this Friday, the Black Moods, all morning long right here on Bob and Tom 24/7. Good morning. I'm Mark Allison with a look at things you may have missed on this Friday, August 12th. After the Griffies played catch in Iowa, Drew Smiley took over. Smiley struck out 9 in 5 scoreless innings. The Chicago Cubs beat the Cincinnati Reds 4-2 in Major League Baseball's second Field of Dreams game. Seiya Suzuki reached 3 times. Nick Madrigal had 3 hits for Chicago in a throwback ballpark, a short walk away from the main field of the 1989 movie. The night began with Hall of Famer Ken Griffey Jr. and his father emerging from the iconic corn stalks to play catch in the outfield, delighting the sellout crowd of 7,823. The nation's top public health agency is relaxing its COVID-19 guidelines and dropping the recommendations that Americans quarantine themselves if they come into close contact with an infected person. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention also said Thursday people no longer need to stay at least 6 feet away from others. That's good news. The changes come more than 2.5 years after the start of the pandemic. Can you believe that? 2.5 years. They're driven by a recognition that an estimated 95% of Americans 16 and older have acquired some level of immunity, either from being vaccinated or by being infected. And that's a look at things you may have missed. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Hell, every time I turn the game on, Big D's start raising hell about my honey-do list being halfway done.
Oh, yeah.
So then I just watch the games on Sunday, and then I couldn't even do that, and I just have to wait for the highlights on Sports Center. Yep. And I can't even do that anymore. She caught me rubbing one out to Linda Cole.
You gotta be careful.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Bob and Tom. You can pick your morning radio show, and you can pick your nose, but you can't wipe Bob and Tom on the couch.
Has this ever happened to you?
Oh, my. Just look at that. What am I going to do?
What's wrong, honey?
Look in the mirror, all that gray. Boy, did it sneak up on me.
No, it didn't.
You mean it's been gray for a long time?
Only all of your life. Sweetie, your brain matter is supposed to be gray. Now close up your cranium and come to bed.
All right, dear. Oh, I'm so lucky to have you.
I totally agree.
Ha, 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 ha. If the top of your head is bushy and gray, hair color is not your problem. Remove that hatchet from your skull. Say hello to your Sarabella.
Oh, dear, you've got a little gravy on your blouse from dinner.
Oh, honey, that's not gravy. That's part of my frontal lobe.
Ha, 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 ha.
Just for morons. From Frigamo Industries. Ask for it by name.
What the hell?
Hey, don't say we didn't warn you. There's laughter ahead.
You guys want to grab lunch?
We can't go anymore.
Holy
That's a
cow.
good day's work, everybody.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. This is Mark Sweeney, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello, chick.
There's Josh Arnold, the upside sidekick chair. There's Ace Cosby, manning the track phone hotline hot phone. I'm Chick McGee, jocking it up, and here's Tom Griswold.
Jacking it up, baby.
Man, that's some good stuff.
We're going to hear from the Black Moods in a matter of moments. The band is on the road. Lots of stops, including Springfield, Missouri, August 26th, at The Riff. Oh, yeah. Right across the street from Bernardo's.
Oh, jeez.
I'm guessing less than 1% of our audience understood that.
It's West Side Story, Joe. Riff.
I know.
I didn't get it.
He knew.
I know. But because
Well, I think by the end of the night, I'll be at Bernardo's. Happier ending, perhaps.
Well, did you ever see West Side Story, Ace?
No.
No.
I have the soundtrack. I've never listened to it, but
I've never listened to it.
The pivot in contemporary culture, you've never listened to it. Okay.
Tom, can I ask Josh a question?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Finally, my calendar's clear.
Yeah.
Tonight or tomorrow, dinner, you and me. We've been waiting for like 2 years to do this.
Yeah, we have. I'm having dinner with Reno. Do you mind him?
Where?
Somewhere in Richmond, Indiana.
That's because Josh Arnold will be on stage tonight at the 4th Floor Blues Club. And
What about tomorrow?
Tomorrow it's Martinsville with Rito Collier and Jeff Huskey. Let's
guess you can't
talk
have
to the
dinner
boys
then.
in the band here, shall we? The Black Moods. Josh, how's it going in there?
It's good.
Well, it's good to see you guys.
We're upright.
Well, let's do one of the songs. What do you got? What do you have in mind here?
We have a new single that's going to be coming out called Hollywood.
Go for it.
For you. It's no Harry Carey. We'll do what we can.
Hollywood.
Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4.
It's all pretend, gotta drop the right names. And I know you would. You say you saw for an ounce of cocaine, so you can show up good. Yeah. It's hard to see you. I wish I could be you. I'm lucky to be here now. I used to it's too late and the stars are falling down.
wish I could be you. I'm lucky to be here now. Abused and then thrown out. Where everyone needs you, and no one can leave you. Finding out until it's too late and the stars are falling down. Well, it's already seen. I wish I could be you. I'm lucky to be here now. Abused and then thrown out. And the stars are falling down.
All right.
The Black Moods, something new. It's called Hollywood. The Black Moods, the house band today. Coming up by special request, we'll be hearing the song Smack Tom, which we're going to give the guys a chance to rehearse. I hope you remember it. We'll be checking in with you guys again shortly. Thank you very much. They're in the next building.
Great job.
Yeah.
And thank you to Eddie for setting up all night long.
Man, that's a terrific
They got
song.
big screens to
Yeah,
set
it
us. And you could have watched that. How would you have watched that, Ace?
Go to YouTube. And if
you
you
very
can't
much.
do it now, later tonight, do Bob and Tom tonight on YouTube.
All right, you'll be able to see and hear the guys tonight, and check it out. See what's feeding right now. The Bob and Tom spot on YouTube. I turn now to the spot for sports. Oh, I like that.
Oh,
The sports spot with Chick McGee.
The NBA announced yesterday that Bill Russell's number 6 is being retired across the league.
Good.
as it should.
The league and the National Basketball Players Association announced yesterday the number worn by the 11-time champion, civil rights activist, and a person good enough to be enshrined in the Basketball Hall of Fame as player and a coach, permanently retired by all 30 teams.
Wow.
Major League Baseball permanently retired number 42, of course, in honor of Jackie Robinson. And the NHL retired Gretzky's number 99 in honor of that sport's all-time scoring leader. The NBA players who currently wear number 6, including LeBron James, may continue to do so, but after they're done with the number, that cannot be issued again.
That's great.
That's known as the grandfather clause?
That is great.
Or something
That is
like
great.
How are you, Chick? I know Bill was your favorite.
I love that guy. He was a hero of mine, and no one else remembers that he had a talk show from Washington, D.C. called The Bill Russell Show.
Yeah?
And he had Rob Reiner on one night, and I just love that show.
Cool.
Yeah.
I can't find it anywhere on YouTube.
I was thinking about you when I heard the news.
That's some good. That's some nice news.
Yes,
Very nice news. And speaking of not so nice news, we'll come back with that. Marshawn Lynch, the running back for the Seahawks and the Raiders.
Seahawks.
And he played with the Raiders for a little bit, but I was faster than he was when he played for the Raiders. He had a little trouble with the police, so we'll talk about that. And also, Antonio Brown's being weird, or is he just being Antonio Brown?
Is he going to play again?
Don't know.
Okay.
He's really good when he does play.
Okay.
He can still be good, I think.
Coming up in the news, we have Antonio Brown news. We have porta-potties on the interstate. Not for using as porta-potties, but flying off of a truck.
How many times have you been on an interstate you needed to use the bathroom?
They're handy when there's one flying off the truck in front of you. And Mud Falcon news.
Oh.
Kind of. When we come back. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Pearl Jam, Jack White, Kings of Leon, and 50 more artists celebrate Bourbon and Beyond in Louisville, September 15th through 18th. And you can too. Go to bobandtom.com/contest now to enter to win Beyond the Bourbon All-Inclusive Sweepstakes. Brought to you by Team Kentucky. This is the Bob and Tom Show. things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
Comedian Jeff Rothpan here in the studio with us.
When I was a kid, all these other kids got to go to the Barnum and Bailey Circus. And I remember begging my dad, please, I want to go. All the other kids are going. He said, no, we just can't afford it. Tickets are expensive. He ended up taking us to this Bob Circus. It was actually called, no, this is true.
Bob Circus.
Yeah, and it was in a mall parking lot. And what a difference. I remember the guy yelling, and now huge midgets. What the hell is that? Oh, yeah, there was just one after another. The bearded man. I think they actually had the talking mute. Hi! Man, what the hell is this?
How does he do it?
He's amazing. He's a mute, yet he speaks.
You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
You're so weird.
You have no idea.
Essential Morning Radio. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
We've been filling your ears with live music both yesterday with Duke Tomato and the Power Trio, and let's not forget about the horn section, the mouth to horns. Also, today, the Black Moods, of course, in studio. They're sounding great. As always, theblackmoods.com. Again, they'll be at the Rathskeller in Indianapolis, Indiana, coming up on Saturday night, then Friday, August 26th at the Riff in Springfield, Missouri, and Taste of Madison, Saturday, September 3rd in Madison, Wisconsin. It's the Black Moods all morning long with you and us together on Bob and Tom 24/7. Good morning.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee with your Bob and Tom News Update. Well, the nation's top health public agency is relaxing its COVID-19 guidelines and dropping the recommendation that we quarantine ourselves if you come in close contact with an infected person. That's right. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention also said yesterday that we no longer need to stay at least 6 feet away from each other. The changes come more than 2.5 years after the start of the pandemic. In South Carolina, a woman was killed after a loose beach umbrella impaled her in the chest. The Henry County Coroner's Office reports 63-year-old Tammy Perot was hit by the umbrella around 12:30 in the afternoon Wednesday at a Garden City beach. She died about an hour later at the hospital from chest trauma. Beach umbrellas have a spiked end to help push them into the sand, and their wide canopy allows them to get caught up in a strong wind if they're not anchored properly. About 3,000 people are injured each year by beach umbrellas. And a semi-trailer loaded with beer turned over in Kentucky, spilling cases just off an interstate ramp. The truck spilled its entire cargo of Bud Light. Most of it ended up in the median between the ramp and I-265. Louisville police said there were no injuries. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Good morning, sunshine.
Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
When your horse says run its very last race and there's nothing left to do, giddy up, giddy up. We don't think it's very good taste to turn him into glue. Giddy up, giddy so up. If your horse has lost his stuff and his legs aren't thin and bony, giddy up, giddy and if his meat ain't very tough, then he comes to Burger Pony.
Now, when you come into any participating Burger Pony restaurant and order our Swale in a Pail, every kid in your group will receive a free hot fudge sundae silence. And don't forget our Clint Eastwood Western spaghetti. And our delicious burgers, including the Daily Double and the Triple Crown. And remember our motto, if we're not in your neighborhood yet, your neighbors have probably passed a petition.
So if your horse has lost his stuff and his legs aren't thin and bony, and if his meat ain't very tough, then he comes to Burger Pony. Comes to Burger Pony. Comes to Burger Pony.
Hi, this is Dr. Will Miller, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7, which begs the question, why do you need Bob and Tom 24/7?
Comedian Diana Jordan is here with us now. Can I ask you something?
Yeah.
Since you've been here last, have you had any augmentation of any kind?
No.
Okay. Must be.
I'm wearing the Wonder Bra.
Is that, are you kidding?
No. I just showed it.
Impressive.
Yeah. They call it the Wonder Bra because when you take it off, the guy wonders where in the hell your
When grandfather dies, life will be strange. When grandfather dies, my whole world will change. When grandfather dies, I'll scream and I'll yell, 'cause I'll be rich as hell.
And then I figured I didn't need to write anymore.
Yeah, but it turns out I don't sleep well anyway. I've been grinding my teeth. I didn't know I grind my teeth until I woke up. My husband was pouring coffee beans into my mouth. What a weird way to save time in the morning.
No kidding, but it's fresh coffee.
You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Essential Morning Radio. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7.
2 will rent one.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. You're listening to the Black Moods Live. There's Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hey, chick.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hi, chick.
There's Josh Arnold at the upside sidekick desk.
Chick.
Hey, there's Ace Cosby manning the track phone hotline hot phone. I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
I love this. It sounds like a detective theme song.
Yeah, it does.
It was a cool night in Los Angeles. I wore a light coat.
I was working in Hollywood.
And no pants. That's right.
He's Flasher Detective.
Who the hell do you think you are? Lana Turner?
That is Lana Turner.
That is Lana Turner. Oh, gee.
I had a light coat and no pants. You know why?
Why?
Because I'm not a private dick.
I'm as public as they come. And like...
As often as they let me.
This is a great sound. This is the sound of the band live. It's the Black Moods. Josh Kennedy on that guitar. That's Chico Diaz on the drums. Is he the coolest one of the band, do you think? What do you think, Christy?
Chico?
Yeah.
I know he
they're all cool.
I know he owes me $20. That's all I
Okay,
know.
of course.
He's wearing sunglasses.
Jordan
that makes
Hoffman,
him
maybe
cool.
he's quiet and sexy. You know, what was your philosophy on sleeping with guys in bands, Christy?
I think your philosophy was yes.
Did you
No. Nothing but the lead singer.
No, that's not necessarily true.
Oh, okay.
I was picky.
I would hope so.
Yes.
So you went for either bass or drums then?
No, I think a limo arriving had more to do with anything.
I see. Well, let's give the guys a little break here. I want to talk to Josh Kennedy, the lead singer. Josh, that's a nice sound. I really like that.
Thank you.
Josh, is there a back in the day when you guys were all single? Was there a like a protocol? Did the ladies do they tend to drift toward a certain one of you?
Oh my gosh.
Well, we in the back of the bus, we built the way it is you must be this size. You can only get there. You have to be a certain size.
Fit through this.
Yeah, you got to be able to fit through this.
Oh, so it's like it was like spelunking.
So it's the architectural version of no fat chicks.
That's exactly right.
Wow.
You guys have to write that.
We don't discriminate.
You need to write a song about that. I mean, you've got a nice new song about Hollywood, but a song about, maybe the world of groupiedom, et cetera, et cetera.
Groupiedom.
Yeah, okay, well.
There's never
Maybe some things are left better on the road. Just, the
girls.
Code of the road.
I'm not suggesting that you were a groupie, Christy, but
No.
you've had your share of adult
I have
relationships.
dated men in bands, yes.
Okay.
I'm not going to lie.
All right.
Well, didn't you blow dry David Coverdale's hair?
I
That's
did.
right. Yes.
Ace was there. He was a witness.
Yeah, the beauty of a pause.
Yeah.
He nailed it.
The comic timing of a guitar player.
That was as close as I got.
Okay, the Black Moods, the house band today. Guys, take a break. We're going to dip into the world of sports and a couple of other things going on. I do have some good letters here. Once again, Bob and Tom at bobandtom.com. We are trying to name chicks' fantasy football team.
Hush. The NFL world awaits the decision today of Cleveland Browns quarterback Deshaun Watson. That's the rumor. For the 2022 season, the league appealed that 6-game suspension that the disciplinary officer Sue L. Robinson handed down due to allegations of sexual misconduct. She handed it down because that was the league's decision. Instead of having Roger Goodell do it all, they were going to appoint an officer, and this is what they've come to. And now they and they don't like what she said. So they're going in. Watson, however, this is awfully nice of Deshaun Watson.
What?
Deshaun Watson. According to rumors and from Deshaun himself, he would accept an 8-game suspension and a $5 million fine.
Jesus. Wow.
This could come in the form of a settlement, but the thought is the NFL wants more. They're going to be much harder on Watson. The league reportedly argued for Deshaun to have an indefinite suspension. And it's not Robinson. The judge will make that final decision. But former New Jersey, they've appointed someone else, Tom.
Make
former
this go away.
New Jersey Attorney General Peter C. Harvey, who was appointed by NFL Commissioner Goodell.
And definitely is how my dad used to ground us as kids. Because he learned, hey, if I say you're grounded for 2 weeks, and then he would be so sick of us by the 2 weeks that he would go, all right, you're not grounded anymore. And he didn't want to do that. So then it was indefinitely. And then whenever he got sick of us, he would let us go outside.
You never did something to get out of it? Like we would clean the house or do something special, and then she'd go, all right.
Yeah, you could get good behavior.
Yeah, off with good behavior.
Goodell said his Deshaun Watson's actions were egregious and predatory. And that's why they want a full season ban at least.
Would he get paid?
No, he's being suspended. Well, he already has money that was guaranteed. I would think, I don't know. Maybe he has one of those clauses. But he hasn't been convicted. He's not going to be convicted of a felony.
Right. A grand jury or whatever.
Grand jury already decided that there was not enough for criminal proceedings.
They really need this to go away.
Well, and now what you're going to have is they're going to announce the punishment today. Then the NFL Players Association is going to step in.
Sure.
And they're going to sue because they're going to say it's too long.
How about playing some football, fellas?
Well, he's supposed to start tonight. So what happens if
he can start tonight because the preseason is exempt if they don't stipulate that, preseason counts too. They can do that too.
And he does. If he wants to get a massage, it has to be from an approved masseuse by the NFL.
Right. And here are the names that that he can use.
Oh, you have Butch Kerrigan,
Steve,
no,
Jack,
Steve, Igor.
Oh yeah,
Simon.
Yeah.
Winston. Oh, we better check.
Somebody they just call Hooks.
I don't know about that guy.
Yeah, but I'm surprised they're letting him go with Harry Happy Ending Smith.
He sounds fun. His nickname's a happy.
I can do it in one pump.
Okay. Hey, we had a story the other day. Pat got one.
Yes, sir.
There's a lot of shortages out there in the world these days still. Mm-hmm. All this, even in the semi-post-COVID world, whatever you want to call it. But there was a shortage that I was not aware of until Christy had the story a couple days ago that involves beer. And some of these great craft breweries out there, they're out of
carbon dioxide,
of CO2.
Yes.
Right?
Yep, the bubbles.
And this is actually a pretty critical issue if you're trying to brew some great beer for people out there. And I know that you have a little bit of a tribute to the challenge of having not enough carbon dioxide to make your brew.
FLAT-IPA flat beer. FLAT-IPA flat beer. All we need is some CO2 to make it bubbly through and through. FLAT-IPA flat beer. Oh, a couple of rich dudes from Jackson Hole flew all day to see Billy Joel at that big Madison Square Garden place. They had big smiles on their face. They wanted beer before the show, so off to a brewery they did go. They bought a couple of beers because they were thirsty, but now they're pissed off too. FLAT-IPA flat beer. FLAT-IPA flat beer. We need some CO2 in this beer can. Billy Joel better play piano, man. FLAT-IPA flat beer.
And for those that were writing letters, they can't substitute carbon monoxide. Okay.
No,
yeah, you want
to
have the CO2 there in the beer. Now we return to the sports page with Chick McGee, a man in search of a name for his fantasy football team. Please submit your suggestions.
Antonio Brown has tweeted a graphic with a quote attributed to himself that read, "My biggest regret in my career doesn't involve calling my general manager a cracker, or showing up to Raiders camp late in a hot air balloon with a frozen foot, or throwing rocks at a UPS driver. And it definitely doesn't involve taking my shirt off and doing a victory lap around the Jets stadium mid-game while throwing up deuces. Peace. My biggest regret is that I'll never get to see me, Antonio Brown, play a game live. You like this, huh? I can watch the game afterwards, but I can't imagine what that was like for you to all see something like that. It's like watching the Beatles or Jesus perform at Red Rocks.
Oh, I remember when Jesus performed at Red Rocks.
Yeah. I couldn't get tickets. I was pissed.
Yeah, I know.
Wow, it was awful.
I was there, baby.
According to NFL reporter...
And it's really cool at the beginning of the show where he moved the rock and walked out. People weren't expecting that.
No. And then he did that one cover song, I am just all right with me. I am just all right. Oh, yeah.
Then the Doobies walked out with him. It's amazing.
If you're wondering, Antonio Brown did not come up with this tweet himself. It was originated from a satirical account on Twitter. But he did reshare it and added the caption, "Sincerely, AB."
Oh, okay. So he just thought it was amusing.
It is pretty funny.
Yeah.
But we don't know if he's going to be playing again this year.
We don't know.
Who has the rights to the
I don't know
Bucks
if Tampa
still
Bay
have?
does. No, that was just a one-year contract. I have no idea, Tom.
Do you remember the story, Christy?
Good question, though.
He took off his pads and jersey and started walking around the field in the third quarter.
Yeah, I remember that.
Bare-chested.
Yeah.
So strange.
Right after he told the coach to go to hell. Yeah. Oh, well, that I'm.
Did you have a tribute to that,
cleaning it
Pat?
up.
Yeah, I could do something for you.
You do?
Well, in a game against the Jets, Tampa was out of town. If you watched that day, you'd have to say, what's up with Antonio Brown? Now Antonio's been in trouble. He's done crazy things before, but he took off his jersey, threw his pads in the stands, and walked right out the door. Yeah, he's nuts. Antonio Brown, craziest man to score touchdowns, wackier than Lawrence Taylor, and Michael Vick with his pit bull dog. All right, whatever.
Bring the dog thing into it. Okay, thank you very much, Pat. Coming up, we're going to hang out with our house band today, the Black Moods. And right now, we're going to get a little upside news. Is that correct from Josh Arnold?
Upside news. That's exactly right. This is Josh Arnold. And I want to tell you about the incredible app that everyone who buys gas, that's you, needs to know about.
Me. Did it yesterday.
Upside. Did you?
Yep.
Oh, man, I know Upside saved you some cash back.
Yeah, it did.
Our listeners are also listeners and listeners. They're earning cash back for every gallon of gas every time they fill up. Download the free Upside app in the App Store or Google Play and use this promo code, Bob and Tom. Why? Because it's going to get you 25 cents per gallon or more on your first fill up cash back. Don't pay full price at the pump anymore. Get straight cash back, homie, using Upside. It's easy to use. It's real cash, and it really does add up. In fact, $1 million cash back is being earned by users each week. People, you can earn 3 times more cash back with Upside than any other product, and it's available.
1, 2, 3 times the cash back.
Listen to Tom. He's not wrong, and it's available at businesses all over the United States of America.
In tune.
30,000 plus total businesses. Those include those big name brand stations that you use all the time, plus some of your favorite local businesses. Use promo code Bob and Tom. Download the free Upside app, and again, that is promo code Bob and Tom to get 25 cents per gallon or more cash back on your first tank. Code Bob and Tom on the free Upside app.
Coming up, also a article from McCall's magazine from 1958 about how to find a husband.
Ladies.
I bet it's fascinating.
It's the best. It's the best. Plus, some music from the great Black Moods. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, don't say we didn't warn you.
Oh, my God.
There's laughter ahead. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, speaking of live music, the Black Moods all morning long. Our in-house band, theblackmoods.com for more. If you like live music, how about winning a chance to see some great live music coming up And it doesn't matter where you live or what you do, you can win this contest. Again, it's Beyond the Bourbon All-Inclusive Sweepstakes brought to you by Team Kentucky. You could win a VIP weekend pass to see the Bourbon and Beyond Music Festival at Highland Festival Grounds. That's at the Kentucky Expo Center. Get this, Pearl Jam, Jack White, Kings of Leon, Chris Stapleton, and over 50 other bands. You can look it up yourself, see all of the great artists that'll be performing at Bourbon and Beyond. And you want to be there, right? Well, you could win VIP passes. That would be pretty cool for Chris Stapleton, huh? Airfare credit, hotel accommodations, ground transportation, and more. Just go to bobandtom.com/contest and click on that Beyond the Bourbon contest. It's brought to you by Team Kentucky. Wait, Mark. Where do I go? bobandtom.com/contest. Then click on the Beyond the Bourbon contest, and you could be going to the Bourbon and Beyond Music Festival. Again, Pearl Jam, Jack White, Kings of Leon, Chris Stapleton, and over 50 other live bands, live music, and your chance to win is right there at bobandtom.com/contest. Click on the Beyond the Bourbon contest link. Brought to you by Team Kentucky, and we're rolling through a Friday on Bob and Tom 24/7.
I'm Chick McGee with your Bob and Tom Sports Update. Tyler Huntley, 16 of 18 to 110 yards and a touchdown in the first half, and the Ravens extended their record streak of preseason wins to 21, a 23-10 win over the Titans in Baltimore. And Graham Gano hit a 24-yard field goal as time expired. Daniel Jones, solid in limited work. Giants beat the Patriots in Foxborough 23-21 as the NFL preseason gets underway. And the Griffies played catch in Iowa, and then the Cubs beat the Reds 4-2 in Major League Baseball's second Field of Dreams game in Dyersville, Iowa. From the NBA, Bill Russell's number 6 jersey is being retired across the league. The NBA and the National Basketball Players Association announced yesterday that the number worn by the 11-time champion, civil rights activist, and person good enough to be enshrined in the Basketball Hall of Fame as both a player and a coach, permanently retired by all 30 teams. Major League Baseball yesterday, your winners in the American League, Cleveland, Houston, Kansas City, and Boston. In the National League, Miami, Colorado, and Arizona also win. And 2 games in the WNBA last night, Vegas and Connecticut get the wins. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
Comedian Jim Gaffigan joins us in the studio, a family man, a clean liver. Now, when you're on stage, Jim, you don't do a blue kind of show, do you?
I'm very clean and kind of, I talk about cake for like an hour because, cake's an important topic.
Cake, tell me about cake.
Well, there's a lot of different. Cake's a powerful food. Cake can actually bring people together. It's Bill's birthday. Yeah, I hate that guy. There's cake in the conference room. Well, I should say hello.
Who am I to pass judgment on him?
It's his big day. There's so many types of cake. There's rum cake, which makes sense because we've all been eating cake and thought, this needs booze. Shot of liquor. I don't have time to eat and drink. There's fruit cake. That's a bit of a disappointment.
Oh, yeah.
You'd think that would be better. Fruit, good. Right. Cake, great. Right. Fruit cake, nasty crap.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah. Have you tried fruit cake? I don't even think that's fruit in there. You're like, what is that, a Skittle?
Bob and Tom. They put the F in professional.
Joel Lindley is our guest. Now, do you drink at all?
I do drink.
Really? But that's got to be scary.
I went to buy beer the other day, and they sell non-alcoholic beer, right, which is a good idea. But did you know they sell it by the keg?
I did not.
What kind of a loser consumes a whole keg of non-alcoholic beer? If you don't drink, fine, have no duels, but, don't do funnels. What are you going to brag to your friends the next day? Oh, dude, you should have been there. I mean, we were pounding that keg till 4 in the morning. I was so bloated. Then I drove everyone home.
Cool.
Yeah. There's a gigantic warehouse of stuff I don't get.
I can't
And they
understand
serve non-alcoholic beer there.
You know what?
Boy,
Another thing I don't understand. Hooters has food to go. Who the hell's that for?
Hi, this is comedian Rob Haney, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Nick Griffin's our guest. I'm glad that it.
I'm glad everything's okay now. Yeah.
Now, are you dating at all? Do you see anyone? Are you?
No, I don't. I mean, I tried. You know, they're doing that internet dating, which.
Have you tried that?
I have tried it, yeah, but I just don't. I don't see a future in it because there's no story if you do get married with your kids. You know, I was checking the box score and then I double clicked on your mom's head.
Bob and Tom, 24/7. Oh yeah.
Tasty.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hi, chick.
Pat Godwin in the performance room. What you laughing at?
How exasperated you are.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hi, chick.
At the Upside Sidekick desk. Hey, it's Ace Cosby. Hey. I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
Thank you very much. What's that ringing in the background? That's the Black Moods. Just three guys.
And a lot of sound.
It's a trio. A lot of handsomeness. Look at that.
Look at that.
Come on, Christy. Don't slide off that chair.
Why are you putting me under the bus?
Well, I think they want to put you in the bus.
Or under the band. One of the.
I never do buses.
Oh, really? You have standards?
Oh, I see.
Yes.
I see. The
I'm
Black
not getting
Moods.
to their bus. You take me behind the dumpster outside.
Really, Josh? Is
I'm
that
a
what you
lady.
think of me? I ain't no hollaback girl, remember?
You could entitle a chapter of your autobiography, Panties in the Dumpster.
No. Nope.
Thank you very much. That's the Black Moods. The boys are on the road. They've got, let's see, a place called the Rathskeller coming up Saturday night. Then it's Springfield, Missouri, Friday, August 26th. That's The Riff. Saturday, September 3rd, The Taste of Madison, Wisconsin, with these three gentlemen, the Black Moods.
Yeah, they sound good.
You ever hear the famous BBC introduction of Robin Trower?
No.
No. You ever heard that, Dean?
By the way, that also is the answer to the most obscure question you can ask. And our winner's Tom Griswold.
The guy goes, it's just three men. That's right, three men only creating this sound. Because it sounds like they got the thing. Never mind. Hey, guys, that sounds really good, Josh. That's Josh Kennedy on the guitar. We got a request for you in just a few minutes. I hope you guys have had time to rehearse. It's a song that you created entitled Smack Tom. We appear to be getting a lot of requests for that, so we'll get to that coming up. You guys are looking good. Thanks for either staying up all night or getting up early, whichever you did. We'll get back to you in just a few minutes. I've got a letter I have to get to right now. I know Chick is already bored with the fact that we want to name his fantasy football team as part of his exasperated state this morning.
No, that's not my exasperated state.
This guy.
Care to guess again?
I could guess.
This really doesn't fit because you are a fan of the Washington NFL Football Club.
The Commanders.
Now known as the Commanders.
Well, you said it wrong. It's the Commanders.
The Commanders. Now, this would have been better if you were a fan of the San Francisco team. Jimmy has written us a letter.
Hi, Jimmy.
Two topics here. He suggests the 40.
Jimmy, two topics.
He suggests the 40 Giners.
40 Giners, and he's laughing like
He also says, I'm watching you guys on YouTube. I'm noticing that Josh has a white feathery thing on a stick on his desk.
That's right.
Does he use that to tickle Chick's fanny?
No, but he's invited.
Oh,
do you want to explain what that is, Josh?
Sure, it's my quill. It's my feather.
It's his pen.
Yeah.
That was always a question in high school. You tickle your ass with a feather? That's what we used.
Does that tickle your ass with a feather?
Yeah, we say it to everybody.
Is that an old saying?
I bet that tickles your ass with a feather. That kind of thing.
Oh, I was tickled at my ass.
Yeah, this is my fancy pen that whenever anything important needs to be written down, I use this pen.
And you sign documents.
That's right.
So, have you ever used a feather?
An actual feather quill?
In the bedroom?
In the bedroom?
Yes.
No.
Yeah, me either. How about you, Chick?
Not a feather. I've used the whole bird.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Do you ever take a boa and put it between your legs and do that up and down thing where you're kind of buffing the old taint buffing?
Anybody who's had a boa knows you wouldn't do that because all the feathers would fly off. It would.
They sure would.
Well, those are your cheaper boas.
Yeah.
Is there a website for this? Taintbuffing.com.
You're the only one I know that taint buffs.
Yep. And where is that in Ball 4? Was that in Ball 4?
No.
That where Yogi Berra's doing that to his penis? Is that where you got that?
No.
Where
Yogi
did you
Berra
get
used
that?
to do that?
Yeah, he.
No, that's
it's a Robert Klein stand-up
Robert
bit.
Klein. Yeah,
Oh, that's it.
Robert
There
Klein
we go.
talks about he's a Yankee fan as a kid in the 50s.
Yeah.
And he actually had a chance to go into the locker room, and there was Yogi Berra, who apparently must have spent, 11, 12 years in the majors?
Wow.
No, yeah, apparently Yogi gifted.
He was a short guy, too.
Big hands and short little legs.
And Mr. Klein was... watched him buff down there. It's a little disturbing for a kid. Hi, Yogi, can I have your autograph? Oh, dear God.
I have 2 suggestions for my fantasy football league name that I like.
What are they?
Number 1 is Chick Magnets.
Oh, I like that.
That's hack, but
I
I
like it.
Good.
And number 2, which might be my favorite, Guardians of the Commanders.
Oh, yeah. Just both of them
Those are very good. You may have to have 2 teams.
What?
Those
No,
are
I'm
very
only
good.
filling out one form one time, and then I'm not looking at it again.
Okay, I think that's very good. Oh, could you answer the phone?
Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Well, this is Dick Hitzwater sitting in for Brad Minton, and this is some other news.
Oh, badminton.
Well, all of you kids and young adults are heading back to school, some to elementary school, some to high school, some to college, and some to junior college. Now, we're all familiar with Harvard and Stanford and other famous colleges, but few people know about some of the junior colleges that are out there.
Oh.
Word of warning, you have to be very careful when choosing an institution of higher learning. It's easy to confuse a well-known university with a similar-sounding junior college.
Okay.
Now, for example, everyone is aware of prestigious Yale University.
Sure.
But there is also a Yale Lock Junior College.
Oh.
While it takes an SAT score of about 1,600 to be admitted to Yale, you can gain admission to Yale Lock Junior College by using the combination 263913. That's one example.
Oh, Lock College.
Butler University is a highly selective private university in Indiana, but you should know without good grades, you probably won't get through the front door. Meanwhile, at Bea Butler Junior College, you'll learn how to answer the front door.
Oh, very nice.
Penn State is a difficult university to get into. State Penn Junior College is easy to get into, but very difficult to leave.
Yeah.
And most Penn State students graduate in 4 to 5 years. Most State Penn students hang around for 8 to 10 years, 7 with good behavior.
Oh, okay, see.
And finally, everyone has heard of Rice University.
Of course.
Well, at Rice, the students who graduate take a walk across the stage as they receive their diplomas.
Of course.
The students at Fried Rice Junior College take a walk with them when they graduate so they can continue to cook delicious Chinese food.
Sure.
W-O-K.
It's a W. And this is Dick Hitzwater sitting in for Brad Minton. And this has been Some Other News. Bye, kids.
Thanks,
Bye,
Brad.
Dick.
I mean, we now return to the sports page with Chick McGee, the
World Record
owner of the Guardians of the Commanders fantasy football team.
Septuagenarian has been confirmed as the oldest person to cross the USA by bicycle. I want to ride my bicycle from north to south.
Wait a minute. That's cheating.
North to south by a female.
Not sea to shining sea?
Linneo Salvo earned the title at 72 years, 27 days old. She completed the 2,083-mile journey, significantly shorter than New York to L.A., from the U.S.-Canada border to the U.S.-Mexico border.
How many people have tried it?
Yeah, this is pretty cool.
Leaving from Peace Arch in Canada, Salvo cycled to San Ysidro, California.
The Peace Arch.
I think that's even shorter than like North Dakota to Tijuana. It took her 43 days.
Is it straight line?
Salvos. Talk to her, will you?
I'm trying to get.
She went through
I'm trying to
fields,
figure out what's
houses.
happening here. So she goes the short way.
Straight line.
She goes the short way.
Salvo's successful record attempt is part of a larger journey. You know, you don't have to ask a question with every story.
Well, because if you look at it,
you know that.
What happened next?
She peddled a peace sign-shaped route across the United States.
Oh, okay.
Hippie, old hippie.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, if she's peddling for peace, hey, cross your fingers, Ukraine. Here it comes. War's over.
Yeah. We got old Granny hip.
Granny hip.
That's right.
This is the most action her undercarriage has had in a decade.
Do you think the bike seat entered her?
It's time to move on.
One more.
Okay.
Stupid world record.
A power lifter in Maryland
I'm not asking any questions.
has broken the Guinness World Record for the most combined weight lifted by a woman.
Oh, I saw her
in competition.
It was 18 pounds.
Yep, significantly less than what a man.
No, she is a badass. Have you seen a picture of her?
Whatever you say. Tamara Walcott lifted a total of 1,620.4 pounds across 3 compound lifts: the squat, the bench press, and the deadlift.
I'm surprised the women don't do the snatch.
Did not do the snatch.
Clean and jerk? No.
She earned the title.
I prefer the jerk and clean, really.
Most guys do.
She earned the title. She squatted 405 pounds.
Oh.
You ever have a 405 pound squat, Tom?
Wow.
That's ridiculous.
That is ridiculous.
She benched 380.
What?
And she deadlifted 693. Walcott.
Here's your picture, Chris.
She also holds the Guinness World Record for the heaviest elephant bar deadlift. She lifted 641 pounds at the Arnold Sports Festival earlier this year.
Man.
I think that's in Columbus, Ohio. I think the Arnold.
If she picks up somebody at the bar, she picks them up at the bar.
She sure does.
She's a very big
boy.
Thank you very much. Is that sports?
What color's your hair?
No, wait a minute. Don't. These phones are. Stop ringing.
Hello, Bob and...
No, don't answer the phone. Sorry. Is that sports?
This is what you farted for.
Wherever you go, whatever you do, always be a good sport. Are you going to read a story?
Maybe.
Here we go.
Are you going to ask questions?
Christy, lots of them.
A man in the UK changed his name to Fire Exit,
What was it before?
previously known as Dino Wilson.
What does he do for
Initially changed his name as a joke, but found it brought him some fame.
Fire exit.
I'll tell you what he does for a living. The 41-year-old is an audiovisual installation engineer.
Sure he is.
He works for Best Buy. No, I'm just kidding.
Is he left-handed or right-handed?
He says there's nobody more famous than me. I'm the only person whose name is still up in lights even after a power cut. He added, I've even had meet and greets where I just show up and sign people's fire exit signs.
No, you haven't, sir.
There is at least one person who's not laughing. Josh, guess.
The fire department.
His girlfriend.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I imagine she'll be firing him or exiting the relationship.
Yeah, she is now sick of the sight of fire exits. I don't know how she feels about Mr. Fire Exit himself, but
You keep reading. He took that because gigantic douche was already taken.
Oh.
What an idiot.
I do meet and greets where I sign fire exit. Or are you just vandalizing places?
Yeah, that's a good idea. Have people take down the signs so you can sign them. And then when there's an emergency, they
Where's
just
the fire exit?
Wires sticking out of the door jamb.
Boy.
Damn. A construction worker was knocked unconscious after getting hit by a bottle of urine that had been dropped from a 164-foot crane.
I'll do it.
The Argus reports the man who was part of a team of builders working on a new health center in Worthing.
The pea crane.
Was hospitalized following the incident. He's now recovering at home.
Get on board the pea crane.
According to a witness, the man was knocked cold after the bottle hit him on the head. Yeah,
Yikes.
164 feet. That's.
Would you rather have that or a fresh mud falcon?
I'd rather have the jar of pea.
You think?
Yeah.
I'd rather the mud falcon. I don't think that could hurt you.
I bet it slaps a bit.
The bottle of peas had some heft to it. I would
Right, but you're not getting
break your neck.
on you.
Lie.
This is why you want to wear a hard hat, by the way.
Yeah,
Yes.
you do.
Because the urine was contained in some kind of vessel.
That's right.
If you're on a crane, why wouldn't you just let it fly?
Because you're probably sitting in that catbird seat, whatever it is.
Yeah, I guess you don't have a window they could stick it out of.
So you just you got a window, but you have
can't
to climb
stand
in the
up
seat.
and-
Just easier just to go into the. You'd think that there'd be some kind of protocol.
Yeah, bring it down with you.
It was an accident. There's no way he meant to drop it out of the crane.
You never know. Maybe this
You
guy's
don't
a
know.
jerk, and his buddy said, "Hey, watch this. I'm going to get Johnson."
I don't know about that.
With a quart of pee. Hey, pee brain. Get it? I'll knock the piss out of you.
A section of I-94 in Wisconsin had to be shut down after a flatbed truck lost its cargo of porta-potties.
What would you say?
What would you say?
Videos from the Wisconsin Department of Transportation shows the porta-potties sliding upright off the truck onto the interstate's westbound lanes. Driving right behind the truck was Mr. Alex Hilario. He told
Funny man.
Yeah, he's hysterical. He told WMUR.
TV.
I see a porta potty flying back at me, and I try my best to swerve out of the way, but it hit my driver's side. 4 cars were damaged. No one was injured. The sheriff's department said the company driver was not issued any citations.
Any poop and pee?
Well, that's the biggest part of the story.
I hope,
So-
I hope it was a drop off, not a pickup.
Yeah.
They had what?
I'm sure they empty them before they transport.
No, they have
they
have to transport the full ones, Ace.
Yeah, and then they empty them when they get where they're going. How would
They
they
do?
empty?
Wrong. I would have thought they would have.
No,
How do they empty
when you get a porta potty,
they have those
trucks that
suckers.
comes and
Yeah.
Honey wagon.
Right.
Wagon comes, sucks it out of there.
Right.
Oh, they don't ever load them onto the truck full?
I doubt it.
Really?
I mean, I don't know for sure.
Well, because if it falls, you talk about losing your. When we come back, we're going to check in with our house band today, the Black Moods.
You know, Dickie Dick and I ran a honey wagon one summer.
That's right.
And, we made $750,000.
Yeah, we ran it till we ran it right to our neighbor's house.
That's exactly right. But sometimes the pump would break. You have to suck it like a siphon.
Yeah, siphon.
Christy, you have the article from 1958 from McCall's magazine about how to get a husband.
I do.
Can you just read me a couple of these as teasers?
No, don't give it away.
Well, there's like 300 of them.
150 of them. I'm going to give you
Oh
a couple.
boy, I bet these are hilarious.
Get lost at a football game, ladies.
So a man will help you find your way?
Yes.
Okay.
Excuse me, can you direct me to the field?
This is one of my favorites. Don't room with a girl who is a sad sack and let her pull you down to her level.
That's right. That's
sort of true. Yeah,
okay. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
Okay, well,
what if she has a rockin' bod, though?
Well, again, these are the tips for ladies trying to find a husband.
Laugh at his jokes.
That's right.
Boy, oh boy, she said that with a little vitriol, didn't she?
I see. Well, we'll find out what they were suggesting in 1958 to keep you ladies, get you to find a man coming up. Also, music from the Black Moods. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. Get a look at today's show on our YouTube channel.
We got some extra from the Bob and Tom Show.
Are you a computer geek?
No. I didn't grow up with computers. That's why children have the advantage. They slip out of the womb. They're born with a password.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you look at the ultrasound, you see the sex of the child whose internet provider is going to be.
So you're an email guy then?
Oh, no. Well, I check my email. I never get real emails. They're all junk. I got a junk box, and the junk box is like, look, we don't even have time to sort out this stuff. And it's all burn DVDs, lose weight, consolidate debt, and then be like young teen sluts, whores, triple X. Thousands of it. And then I got a weird one in the middle that says, do you need a birdhouse? And I actually got that. And I'm like, who's the birdhouse guy? And then every day I get this email. Jim, do you want to enlarge your penis?
Yep.
And how did I get on the small Willy email list? That is the real
question. Bob and Tom. Well-meaning, but...
Yeah, they're all messed up.
More than slightly confused.
The Black Moods are in-house band all morning long here on Bob and Tom 24/7. You can check them out at theblackmoods.com. Again, they are on tour, so you'll have a chance to see them live, and we highly recommend it. A great band, and we're lucky to have them here this morning in the Frigamall building, the same performance space Duke Tomato and the Power Trio were in yesterday. The Black Moods filling today. And again, thanks to Eddie Hazel, our engineer, for doing all the hard work behind the scenes, as well as Chris Geisen and Jessica Alsman and Jess Hooker, all the rest that fill in and help out behind the scenes, taking care of the wonderful video you see on our YouTube channel, Noah as well. Lots of hard work behind the scenes and a lot of hard work by the Black Moods. And you get to enjoy it all morning long right here on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee with your Bob and Tom Entertainment News. Olivia Newton-John will have a state memorial in her home country of Australia. Victoria Premier Daniel Andrews writes on social media that Newton-John's family has accepted his offer to hold the state memorial. He describes it as, quote, most of a concert than a funeral. Details will be announced later. Actor Anne Heche is on life support after suffering a brain injury in a fiery crash a week ago and is now not expected to survive. A statement released on behalf of her family said that she is being kept on life support to determine if she is a viable organ donor. Earlier yesterday, police announced they're investigating Heche for driving under the influence of drugs. She crashed her car into a Los Angeles home August 5th. Detectives with a search warrant took a blood sample from Heche, and it has shown narcotics in her system. And model and actor Jerry Hall and media mogul Rupert Murdoch have agreed to the terms of their pending divorce. Hall filed a request in Los Angeles Superior Court Wednesday to dismiss her original petition for divorce from Murdoch, which she had filed last month, with permission to file a new one. Apparently, the couple remain good friends, wish each other the best for the future. Hall, who is 66, Murdoch, 91, married in London in 2016. No financial details have been released. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Hey, Shooter, it's Kenny Tarmac. Hey, we just landed. I'm an ORD, just got in from TPA through ATL. And hey, guess what else just landed? The Bob and Tom app. I know. Now, thanks to the Bob and Tom app, even if I have to go all the way from Foxtrot 20 down to Alpha 4, I can still listen live, see their videos, find an affiliate station, use the alarm, and even send a message. This is Kenny Tarmac signing off and reminding you, everything I touch turns to sold.
Good morning, sunshine.
Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
Attention, Fergler shoppers.
You need hardware, you need Fergler. That's right, Fergler's hardware store. Fergler's dares you to beat their prices on anything in the store. That's right, Crazy Ernie's lost his mind and everything must go. Ladders, lumber, nails, including the kitchen sink. Fergler's Hardware Store, where you make out like a burglar when you shop at Fergler's. Free popcorn Mondays, free coffee Fridays, free parking. It's Crazy Ernie's going out of business sale. Everything must go. Fergler's Hardware Store. If Fergler's doesn't have it, you don't Fergin need it.
Hi, I'm Ernie Fergler.
He's Ernie Fergler. If you don't come buy some stuff today, he'll kick your ass. Be there.
Hi, this is Bob and Tom 24/7. My name is Jim Gaffigan. I have to go and Well, I just had a so you know where I'm going.
I was playing in Miami, and RuPaul was real big at the time, and a lot of the staff was gay at the club, and they were going to go at like 3 a.m. to this huge gay bar to see RuPaul, and I was like, all right, I'll go, and so I go down there. I mean, it's like 2,000 people. And mostly gay men, and I'm sitting there by the record machine, and the ugliest guys there hit on me. I mean, ugly pimples, fat guys. I'm like, you know what?
Gay people drink too. You were a 2 a.m. pull, man.
Man, he looks good. Just the fact that you went, okay, I'll go.
Hey, guy, it's Kid Tarmac. This is Bob and Tom.
Coming up.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk. There's Pat Godwin in the performance room. There's Josh Arnold at the Upside Sidekick desk.
Hey, Chick.
There's Ace Cosby. Hey. I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
That sounds great.
It's just 3 men. Once again, echoing the famous Robin Trower introduction to BBC sessions.
I'm so glad you heard that.
Okay, you're welcome. That is the sound of the great band, the Black Moods. They are the house band today. Sounds like kind of a late night. Yeah. Welcome to Midnight at Christie's. All right, I want to say hello to Roger Johnson, who won my panties from last week's show.
Congratulations, Rob.
Remember to send in your entries every week. A winner. And these are game worn panties. Last week we gave away Josh's game worn panties. I was surprised that we had 15,000 entries. A lot of folks are into that. Wow. This is such great music. The Black Moods, ladies and gentlemen.
I think that would hurt my feelings.
If what?
If you got more entries into your Take My Banty contest than I did.
Okay, so now I believe...
I know it would hurt your feelings.
But I believe we've opened the door to the panty contest. Is that exactly what's happening here?
Yeah, put up a poll.
No.
Whose underwear do you want? Mine or Christie's?
Well, I want to get or mine or Tom's.
Yeah.
Well, Ace is exempt. He has holes in it.
Yeah, nobody wants holy underwear. Well,
we could do. We could make it some kind of a charity thing.
No, Tom. I was just
so sick of you and your charities. I want the money.
Yeah.
Let's say hi to the band, shall we? On that beautiful guitar, it's Josh Kennedy. Oh yeah, that rock and roll hair. What's going on there? And is that a new tattoo, Josh, on your right shoulder there?
No, it's just a really terrible Les Paul tattoo that I got when I was, I don't know.
Is it the guitar, not Les himself?
Yeah, it'd be awesome if it was Les Paul, like 90-year-old Les Paul.
Yeah, that'd be really hip. No one would get what it was, but it's Les Paul, man. Yeah, that'd be very good. And then I should introduce Chico Diaz on the shades and the drums, looking extraordinarily badass. I'd ask you about your tattoo, but I don't have all day. That looks like a very elaborate production over there. Now we have to move to the.
What about Jordan?
To the bass. We're moving over to the bass.
Okay.
I'm waiting for a wider angle. Yep, there's a tattoo there too. I see it on the underside of your right arm. What is it?
I'm from Ohio, so I got the biplane.
Oh, yeah. Wright Brothers, baby. Wright Brothers.
That's cool.
Do you guys have a band tattoo? All three of you have the same one?
Yep. Yeah.
Belladonna, that was our first song.
Well, I'm sorry, I can't see it. Can you focus in on somebody there?
This is radio.
There you go.
I know. You can watch. Oh, that's really nice.
That is nice.
Very colorful. That's you can watch this, by the way, on YouTube right now, or watch it tonight.
Yeah.
And you seem to be frustrated, Josh. This is too visual
if
for
any
you.
one of us did what you just did, the complaining would be just
as my father would say, there would be hell to pay.
I see. Well, okay. Now
it's not hypocrisy.
Why don't you ask? You can ask a question, Larry King. What do you got?
Wait, man. We heard your new single earlier, Hollywood. When is that available?
It's out now. I just downloaded it.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, the record's out. The record's called Into the Night. It came out in June, so
terrific. Cool.
The thing you were
Spotify, all that stuff.
The thing you were just playing, was that part of a song, or what was that?
Yeah, it's a little something we're working on, you know.
Oh, all right.
What
figure we try it out here.
Does it have does it have a title?
I don't know. Star of your movie, maybe. I think that's what. It's an older song. We're just kind of going to bring back eventually.
I was hoping you'd say Christie's underwear.
Oh, come on.
Seems to be your theme.
That's more of a ballad.
That's a very, very romantic song.
That's a panty dropper. That's what that is. Yeah.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Panty dropper would be a good name for a rockin' tune.
That would be.
Have you guys ever had a pair of panties thrown at you from while you're on stage?
Yeah, they covered us all three.
Again, we get to the theme, Josh.
Yeah.
Of
no.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Wait. They covered you because of the panties themselves were so large?
Yes.
She didn't make it on the
one
bus.
pair.
Again,
you have to be this wide to ride this ride.
So you need to open with your new song, No Fat Chicks.
There we go.
And let them know.
Okay.
What's that movie where Jack Black is dating the...
Shallow Hal.
And she throws her panties at him.
Get over here, Houdini.
Yeah. And they're gigantic, but he sees Gwyneth Paltrow.
Yeah.
It's funny stuff, Tom. You should watch that. Maybe to cheer you up.
Okay, good. Thank you very much. How about another song, fellas?
Yeah.
You want to play something? This the band is the Black Moods. Oh, I've got to point something out. You guys are on the road. Let's see. August 26th is a Friday evening. You'll be in Springfield, Missouri at The Riff. And then Saturday at the Taste of Madison in Madison, Wisconsin. That will be a great evening. Once again, Saturday, September 3rd, a great day and a great evening with the Black Moods, of course. Now, feel free. What have you got? What do you want to play for us?
It's called Saturday Night, and it's Friday, but we're going to play it anyway.
It's okay.
We'll see what happens. Ready?
And the wave of loneliness, I step through the wreckage of what's left of it. I gotta wake up with an alibi. Oh, it happens to me all the time. It's Saturday night, it's Saturday night. It's Saturday night. This running ship takes off midnight. So get yourself ready to fly tonight. There ain't no wrong, there's only right. It's Saturday night, Saturday night. Saturday night goes to Sunday night, and it feels so good. It's time to load up on the rocket fuel. Well, that kicks in fast, be sure to keep it cool. Yeah, it doesn't matter who you know. Nah, it doesn't matter where we go. It's Saturday night, it's Saturday night. It's Saturday night. This rocket ship takes off at night. So get yourself ready to fly tonight. There ain't no wrong, there's only right. It's Saturday night, Saturday night. So good. It feels so good. Sunday night goes to Sunday night. It feels so good. And I feel so good.
Black Moods live in the Bob and Tom studios. That word was a ship, by the way, with a P.
Rocket ship, yeah.
Yeah, okay, very good.
Yeah,
Just trying to clarify. Save a few letters.
Why are those kids playing?
Coming up, we're going to be reading from 1958.
Yes, an article, 129 Ways to Get a Husband in McCall's magazine. Ladies, listen up.
Do's and don'ts. Number 108, don't tell dirty stories.
Oh, no.
Christy. Okay.
We gentlemen don't want to hear it.
Learn to play poker.
That's right.
That's a good one.
Don't talk about your former boyfriends. Some of these probably
That's probably a good one.
For you.
My favorite. Make and sell toupees. Bald men are easy to catch.
Well, amazing.
Can you imagine making a toupee and selling?
How about this one? Talk to his father about business and agree. Taxes are too high.
Oh, God. Well, here's another one. Go to Yale.
Okay. Yeah.
Very nice. So we've got that coming up. How to catch a husband. Ladies, you'll want to listen to this. By the way, one of them is get a job demonstrating fishing tackle in a sporting goods store.
Yeah, that's
very specific. Okay, this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Pearl Jam, Jack White, Kings of Leon, and 50 more artists celebrate bourbon and beyond in Louisville September 15th through 18th, and you can too. Go to bobandtom.com/contest now to enter to win Beyond the Bourbon All-Inclusive Sweepstakes, brought to you by Team Kentucky. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, this is comedian Ron White, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning on Bob and Tom 24/7. Remember, you can catch any part of the show you missed later today on our YouTube channel, and you can stream the show live each morning as well. Just go to YouTube and search The Bob and Tom Show. It's just that easy. Rolling through a Friday morning, or as we like to call it, Friday, August 12th, everybody. Thanks for joining us. The Black Moods, our in-house band here at the Frigamall Building. Sit back, relax, enjoy, get another cup of coffee, and let's do this. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. How you doing? Good morning. I'm Mark Allison with a look at things you may have missed on this Friday, August 12th. After the Griffies played catch in Iowa, Drew Smiley took over. Smiley struck out 9 in 5 scoreless innings. The Chicago Cubs beat the Cincinnati Reds 4-2 in Major League Baseball's second Field of Dreams game. Seiya Suzuki reached 3 times. Nick Madrigal had 3 hits for Chicago in a throwback ballpark, a short walk away from the main field of the 1989 movie. The night began with Hall of Famer Ken Griffey Jr. and his father emerging from the iconic corn stalks to play catch in the outfield. delighting the sellout crowd of 7,823. The nation's top public health agency is relaxing its COVID-19 guidelines and dropping the recommendations that Americans quarantine themselves if they come into close contact with an infected person. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention also said Thursday people no longer need to stay at least 6 feet away from others. That's good news. The changes come more than 2.5 years after the start of the pandemic. Can you believe that? 2.5 years. They're driven by a recognition that an estimated 95% of Americans 16 and older have acquired some level of immunity, either from being vaccinated or by being infected. And that's a look at things you may have missed. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Now the thing is, you get a canvas and you put paint on you, and then you make love on the canvas.
So is this something that you'd walk into a tastefully decorated home? And
Absolutely.
I bet it looks great.
There was one the other day where a woman was sitting on a swing, and they put a canvas under her, and so on the swing, her butt would touch the canvas every once in a while.
Yeah.
Yes.
I saw that. Did that in the mid-'70s. It was different, though, because there were brush strokes.
Yeah. Some of the brush
That's a pubic hair joke, ladies and gentlemen. Bushy, real bushy.
Oh, I thought she had a paintbrush stuck.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Bob and Tom.
For your information, these are two of the worst kids I have ever encountered in my life, and I worked the state fair.
We were stupid before stupid was cool.
Time now for Bob and Tom Super Bowl Trivia.
The 1972 Miami Dolphins became the first NFL team to go undefeated for all of their regular and postseason games. Most analysts agree that their marvelous no-name defense was the key to their brilliant performance. But perhaps no other defense in the NFL compares to the one seen in 1994 when O.J. Simpson faced double homicide charges in an L.A. courtroom. We salute you, Orenthal James Simpson, NFL Hall of Famer, accused murderer, and free American citizen.
This has been Bob and Tom Super Bowl Trivia.
Hey, don't say we didn't warn you. There's laughter ahead. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, man, it's Donnie Baker.
Hey, Donnie.
Hey, I heard you guys talking about that man with 13 inches of pork.
Yeah, 13 and a half.
Crazy. You guys know Jamie Vickers? You know, drummer for Velvet Donger?
No.
He was uncut, too, and he could hide just about anything.
Really? Did that affect the taste, Donnie?
Would you
Oh, yeah.
And the sign said anybody caught trespassing will be shot on sight. So I jumped over the fence and yelled at the house, "Hey, what gives?"
Hello, this is comedian John Evans. Padoom, 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 and you're
Cash to spend wisely.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee.
Hey, chick.
The news desk.
How the hell are you?
Oh, I'm well. There's Pat Godwin in the performance room. Hey, chick. There's Josh Arnold at the upside sidekick desk. Chickster. There's Ace Cosby. Hey. Manning the track phone hotline hot phone. I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
Thank you very much.
And the band.
The band is the Black Moose. They are the house band. We're watching them on the big screen. They're around the corner in the other building. But we can see them as it's happening. You can, too, on YouTube right now. You can also watch it tonight, Ace. How does that work again exactly?
Well, if you're missing now, you can see them on Bob and Tom tonight. 8 o'clock we posted.
Okay, thank you very much, Ace. The band, Josh Kennedy on the guitar and vocals, Chico Diaz on the drums, Jordan Hoffman on the bass. Just 3 men, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. Now, let's say hello to Josh again.
Hi.
We have a, not you, Josh,
you.
the other Josh.
I don't have it on my shirt, so.
That's right. Josh is wearing his Josh.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, thank you, Christy.
Yeah, that's.
You're welcome.
We get confused. People confuse us for each other.
I bet so,
Yeah.
We could, Christy had those made. We could make you guys some nice work shirts with your
Sure.
names on them.
I'd be happy to do that for you.
That way, the
Worthless gift.
Very nice. Okay. We have a request.
They're musicians. They would love a free shirt.
Always.
See?
And when you're in the road, I think on free underwear and socks.
Yeah.
Isn't that pretty much what you need?
Clean shirts.
Yeah, my cousin gave me this. It was laundry day. The Bayou Bandits right there.
Cool. There you go. We have a request for the original song of yours called Smack Tom. If you remember how that goes, we'd love to hear it.
I think it's a co-write, actually. It's not just us. I think that was a team effort, right?
That's right. Josh wrote most of it, and I just jumped on for the ride.
Yeah, and the Black Moods wrote the music. And
Yeah.
You think you guys can redo it?
Sure.
We do the magic.
Again. He's been pissing us off again.
Smack Tom!
Smack Tom!
Smack Tom!
Smack Tom!
Smack Tom! It feels so good to smack Tom.
Working on the bridge, are you? Thank you very much.
I'll be the first to admit the lyrics fall apart in the bridge.
Okay.
You have to see the puppet rendition of that.
Oh, it's amazing.
Have you seen it?
You've seen the puppets do it? Okay, very good. Very good. Well, check that out at bobandtom.com. We're going to take a break away from the guys for a moment. I will remind you that the Black Mood's on tour. Rathskeller, Saturday evening. Let's see now. Springfield, Missouri, Friday, August 26th at the Riff. And then Saturday, September 3rd, the Taste of Madison in Madison, Wisconsin. That'll be a huge event, and the Black Moods will be part of it.
All right.
Right now, we go back to Christy Lee at the news desk. We have this
Article from
interesting
1958, 129 Ways to Get a Husband from McCall's magazine. Some of the suggestions include, ladies, have your car break down at strategic places. How do you do that?
That's not bad.
How do you do that?
I don't know.
Oh, my car broke down.
Pull a thing off
ma'am,
your
you just-
carburetor?
You lifted your foot off the gas.
I don't know how this works.
Yeah, boy, oh boy.
Be friendly to ugly men. Handsome is as handsome does.
I don't even get that.
I don't either. I have no idea what that means.
That's a Forrest Gump thing. Handsome is as handsome does. Stupid is as stupid does, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes,
I guess.
Boy, oh boy.
Don't be afraid to associate with more attractive girls. They may have some leftovers.
Leftovers?
Do they have? Is there one get knocked up?
No, it's not on.
I get knocked up.
I get up again.
Some.
Go back to your hometown for a visit. The wild kid next door may have become a very eligible bachelor.
Wild kid next door. Hey, remember when you used to shoot me with Roman candles?
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to see how you were doing these days.
There's a great one. Carry a hat box.
Ladies, I hope a woman tries this today. Carry a hat box.
So
how is that going to work?
Walking down the street with a hat box, would you approach her?
I wouldn't assume there was a hat in it. I would be like, oh, what do you have, a cake?
A
cake.
So
because cake boxes look like hat boxes.
This is sort of your dream gal.
That's right.
She's looking for a man, and she's got a cake with her.
I was reading a 1962 issue of Fatties Need Love Too, and it said, look for women with cake boxes.
Okay, here's another one I don't get at all. Get a sunburn.
Oh, because someone will comment.
They will?
Yeah,
okay.
Oh, wow. Or they'll aloe you up.
Yeah, you might get some skin cancer, but hey, go for it.
Well, I think they just mean one. I mean, in other words, they walk up and they go, oh, geez, you've been out in the sun. Then see, it's a conversation starter.
Gotcha.
And then you go, you want to see my tan lines?
I've got one tan line.
No, you get some sun, and then when you're getting chemotherapy, you go, hey, do you have...
Oh, he's a doctor.
Here's another one.
Not go that hard. No, do you see, Kristen, it's a conversation starter. And they'd be going, okay.
I'd rather carry the hat box.
And then you'd go, well, you want to see my tan lines? I've got one right here leading to my gluteal cleft.
Just carry a hat box.
You have to stop saying that.
Okay, sorry. Back door.
Stand in the corner. This is a great one. Stand in the corner and cry softly. Chances are that he'll come over to find out what's wrong.
Sure.
Fake cry in the corner.
Negative attention getting.
Practice your drinking with your women friends first.
Yeah.
Boy, oh boy.
Yeah. Let's see. What else do we have? Oh, when you're with them, order your steak rare. What the hell does that mean?
It means
is that a manly thing?
Men like rare steaks.
Oh, yeah.
Real men eat their steaks rare.
That's right.
Ace, how do you like your steak?
Well done.
There you go.
Really well done.
Outrageous.
Here's one, guys. Point out to him that the death rate of single men is twice that of married men.
Always a turn on.
Point that out right away.
Yeah.
I know Pat's idea when he dates someone is you tell that girl or guy, Pat, that your son loves them right away.
And then I say I love them right away.
Right
First
away.
date, get it out of the way.
First date.
Boom.
Here's one.
Boom.
We're kind of keeping with our theme, unfortunately. If your mother is fat, tell him you take after your father. If he's fat too, tell him you're adopted.
Wow.
Good Lord.
So, in other words, start with a lie.
I always do.
Wow. Bribe a Ferris wheel operator to get you stuck on the top of a Ferris wheel.
That's a great idea. Gotta get the guy fired.
Bribe a Ferris wheel operator.
Yes. If he's rich, tell him you like his money. The honesty.
You know what you have that I think's very attractive? Your money.
I kind of like that.
The honesty will intrigue him,
Yes.
it says.
I would not mind if a woman goes, so do you have money? I swear to I would. What's wrong with me? I would think that was kind of hot.
Well, I kind of get it,
So then would you lie and say yes?
Oh.
But I mean, I kind of get it. If you're rich, you want it out there, and you don't want to think.
I like women that go, I just want to hook up with a rich guy.
Yeah. Well. Here's an easy one. Get a dog and walk it. We all know that.
Yeah.
That kind
Once again, this is how to get a husband in 1958.
Yeah. Attend night
is there a
school.
short one like put out?
Yeah, exactly.
Attend night school. Take courses men like. Oh, my God.
Like small engine repair?
Sure.
Oh, this is a sad one.
Oh.
Read the obituaries to find eligible widowers.
Oh, that's insanity.
I understand your wife just died.
Oh.
Yeah.
Here I am.
Well, I mean, if you've watched, what is that, the Kaminsky Method, that was a big... And Margaret jumped right on that when his wife died.
Spoiler alert.
Well, whatever. You haven't seen it by now. Take a bicycle trip through Europe.
Sure, any lady can go do that.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
Especially in 1958. Get a job in medical, dental, or law school.
Well, you'll run into a lot of men because only men should be medical.
Become a nurse or an airline stewardess. They have a very high marriage rate.
Really?
Yeah. Wow.
Is that right?
Yeah.
A lot of these are just hang out where guys are, essentially.
Sure. By the way, we have our poll up right now on Twitter.
What poll?
This is whose underwear would you like to win on the Bob and Tom Show? And Christy way ahead. Nearly 70% would like to win Christy's underwear. These are game worn. Josh, just under 10%. Chick, hovering around 8%. And Ace, in second place, 13% of our audience would like to win.
Thank you, world.
Ace's holy underwear.
Are you on there?
You can weigh in. No. I'm for you gentlemen to be.
Is that right?
Giving away my game worn underwear.
He goes commando.
Who's to say I'm wearing underwear? That's a very good point, Ace.
The commando.
Thank you very much. Right now, I want to say, hey, how's that car going? How's that truck doing? Well, Napa is on a mission to keep your car and your truck in motion. Listen to this. For almost a century, Napa has been known for having the quality parts and expert knowledge that drivers need. Today, Napa helps drivers like you hit the road confidently with America's largest network of parts and auto and truck care. There are 6,000 Napa Auto Parts stores out there, over 17,000 Napa Auto Care centers, meaning that you're never far away from the quality products and trusted service that your ride needs, and that great service, of course, from Napa. They've got what we call Napa know-how. Find them by going to NapaOnline.com, and you'll find that nearest Napa location. Those folks behind the counter with all that Napa know-how, very friendly, and they'll be happy to help you out. NapaOnline.com. Tell them the Bob and Tom Show sent you. When we come back, a little more from the Black Moods and a little more on how to catch a husband in 1958. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, this is Greg Warren, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, I don't know what your plans are for tonight. I know it's a Friday. You're probably going to be out and about. But if you're at home or just wanting to watch Bob and Tom Tonight, you can do that on our YouTube channel, the video webcast of highlights from today's show tonight. And, you know, since it's on our YouTube channel, you don't have to be at home to watch. 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. You can see the show on our Facebook page as well. Check out bobandtom.com for details. Again, Bob and Tom Tonight, highlights of today's show tonight. Let me think. Perhaps the Black Moods. Have you ever seen them? Have you ever watched them jam? Tonight could be your chance. Live right there on Bob and Tom Tonight. And the Black Moods all morning long, our in-house band. And thanks to them for getting up early and coming in. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee with your Bob and Tom News Update. Well, the nation's top health public agency is relaxing its COVID-19 guidelines and dropping the recommendation that we quarantine ourselves if you come in close contact with an infected person. That's right. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention also said yesterday that we no longer need to stay at least 6 feet away from each other. The changes come more than 2.5 years after the start of the pandemic. In South Carolina, a woman was killed after a loose beach umbrella impaled her in the chest. The Henry County Coroner's Office reports 63-year-old Tammy Perot was hit by the umbrella around 12:30 in the afternoon Wednesday at a Garden City beach. She died about an hour later at the hospital from chest trauma. Beach umbrellas have a spiked end to help push them into the sand, and their wide canopy allows them to get caught up in a strong wind if they're not anchored properly. About 3,000 people are injured each year by beach umbrellas. And a semi-trailer loaded with beer turned over in Kentucky, spilling cases just off an interstate ramp. The truck spilled its entire cargo of Bud Light. Most of it ended up in the median between the ramp and I-265. Louisville police said there were no injuries. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
And I'm not stupid. I know there's more to life than just sex. It's just none of those other things feel as good as sex. I mean, I love cookies.
Oh, yeah.
But if I do not have access to cookies, I will not rent a movie and watch two other people eat cookies.
Perfect stranger eating cookies. No.
Nothing.
No.
How do you not think about sex? Everything on TV, sex, you know, all the commercials, very beautiful women in all the commercials now. Doesn't even matter what the product is. It's just very sexual. Mm-hmm. And then you finally have sex, and it's kind of disappointing. Mm. Where's my Sprite, my new car? That's why I think women should have shelves next to their bed filled with prizes, depending on how well you did. You know what I mean?
That's a good idea.
Like they do at the carnival.
Sure.
That's great. Have something to shoot for, you know.
Are you going to take anything on that?
Right. I'm going to go for the Van Halen mirror tonight.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Time now for Great Moments in NFL History.
The year was 1926. All-star fullback Ernie Nevers of Stanford. Nevers played in all but 29 minutes of the games. 3 years later, in 1929, Nevers scored all of the points for his team. This single game, 40 points scored by a single player, is still a record that stands today as the NFL's oldest. Nevers also holds a few lesser-known and unofficial records.
Oh, really?
Such as highest number of STDs treated in a single season. And the longest winning streak with road horse.
This has been Great Moments in NFL History.
Wow.
Morning laughter just might be the best medicine.
I can hear you, oh no. You're talking out your ass again.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
We were talking about something earlier, which is when you're on a plane Sometimes you don't want to talk to people. Sometimes you do.
I make sure that I have a headset on all the time.
See, I used to do that all the time.
I do the same, but I had a guy tapping on it.
No way.
Yeah.
Can you turn that down?
And I'm like, how do you ignore a guy tapping on your big headphone with the light on? And I'm like, yeah. And he goes, and he just started the small talk, like business or pleasure. And I'm like, music. I'm into the music. So I had to kind of take him off and be polite, and it was very awkward.
I'll bet.
Yeah. That's quite an invasion, I think.
It's
You
very
never
much
tap on
so.
somebody's headset.
Yeah, no kidding.
Plane's on fire, sir. Oh, okay.
That's your personal space. No one's supposed to be
think
in there.
so. Was it John Candy? Because it sounds like planes, trains, and automobiles.
My dogs are barking.
Lord Coretta's a fine young comedian. Are you a health guy? You run, you look very slender. And
I'm not a big health guy, although I'm healthy. I just had a complete physical, and unfortunately, I'm at that age where you get the real intense physical.
Oh, yeah.
I hope I'm not sharing too much, but the doctor actually stuck a camera in my rectum. It wasn't part of any procedure. He just suspected that his nurse was stealing from it.
You don't say we didn't warn you.
I'm warning you, don't do that.
There's laughter ahead.
I should be having a better time if this is a part. Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hey, Chick.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hi, Chick.
Josh Arnold at the Upside Sidekick desk.
Hey there.
There's Ace Cosby. Hey. I'm Chick McGee. And here's Tom.
Thank you very much, Chick McGee. That sound in the background is music as it's happening live, being played by the band The Black Moods. Josh Kennedy, Chico Diaz, and Jordan Hoffman. The trio that is The Black Moods. Some road work coming up Springfield, Missouri, Friday, August 26th. Madison, Wisconsin, and the Taste of Madison. Saturday, September 3rd. Madison, Wisconsin, USA. Guys sounding great this morning. And we're going to hear from them again in just a few minutes. Thank you very much, guys. We'll talk to you shortly. We've got a couple things we've got to get to here. First of all, our poll, once again, we were discussing a possible late-night radio show hosted by Christy Lee.
Hey, how's it going?
And you mentioned that every week you give away your panties.
Give Delilah a run for her money.
Game-worn panties. And we took a survey. Who'd want to win those versus those of other folks in this room? Right now, in second place, 70% of those would like to win Christy's panties.
Sure.
Almost 13% go for the Ace Cosby.
Number two.
Josh coming in third place, just almost up to 10%, and then Chick about 8.
Okay.
I don't even care.
Maybe we could sway the vote if we hear from Ace today.
Oh.
Can I?
One way or another, it'll sway them.
You mean
hallway?
You mean the famous Ace Cosby joke of the day?
Yeah.
Sexy man with a deep voice. Ace Cosby, here he is with his joke of the day.
For those of you who want to stop the Black Moods in particular, if you want to stop drinking, I got some advice for you.
Yeah?
Eat Twizzlers.
Twizzlers?
They're not alcohol, but they're licorice.
They are licorice.
Joke of the day.
Yeah.
Oh, my
So,
God.
see, they're liquor-ish. Yeah. Of or like liquor.
Ish.
I don't know if that's going to sell any underwear, Ace.
No.
But
That
we'll
better put me into second.
Intellectuals.
no, once again, we are looking at an old magazine, How to Get a Husband.
1958, 129 ways to get a husband.
Sound advice.
McCall's magazine.
Get lost at a football game, girls.
Buy a convertible. Men like to ride them.
Oh, yeah.
Ride them. Ride in them.
That's not what you've got that he likes to ride. Okay.
Here's
I
another
think Jane
one.
Mansfield tried that, didn't she?
If you look good in sweaters, wear one
Oh,
on
what's the
every
convertible?
third date.
If you look good in sweaters.
Wear one every third date. Not every date.
No, you don't want to be a slut.
No.
Why? What is a sweater considered slutty?
No, I think they're
Shows off
hot. Way hot.
Assets.
Doesn't Priscilla Presley have a nightie in one of the Naked Guns where it has a red glowing arrow?
Yes, going down.
Now, back in the 60s, though, did the third day rule apply?
I don't think so.
Okay.
It was probably 10 days.
It was whenever the man wanted. That's right. First date, second date.
Now, here's
quarter
another.
date.
This one actually. Some of these aren't bad. This is actually kind of a conversation starter. If you want a guy to break the ice.
Here we go.
Wear a Band-Aid.
All right.
Josh, if you were somehow forced into a conversation with a woman in some situation, and all of a sudden you thought, hey, maybe this is, she's attractive, and hey, I noticed you're wearing a band.
No. No one says that.
You know what? If I see like a woman in a cast or a sling or a Band-Aid or something, I just go, the first thing I say is, will you be more careful, please? And it starts the conversation.
Mood, yeah.
I say, where'd you get that herpes lesion?
So what do you say, Josh? I'll be the lady.
Will you be more careful, please?
I just came from my infusion, you prick.
Wow, that took a turn.
Chemotherapy. Or is that kidneys?
Invest in a walking boot. You can get them on Amazon. Boy, people ask you all kinds of questions.
Once again, these are tips from 1958 on how to meet a man, ladies.
Stumble when you walk into a room that he's in.
Hilarious.
What, he thinks you're drunk?
Well, men like clumsies.
First of all, what are you doing in the men's room? And secondly, okay, here's one. This is odd. This really dates this. I suppose there's a contemporary version of this. If you're at a resort, have the bellboy page you.
Yeah, that makes it look like you're wanted.
I do that move.
Mm-hmm.
You do?
Every department store I'm in, paging Josh Arnold. Just throngs of people.
Mr. Josh Arnold, please report to the lost and found.
That's right.
We have found your butt plugs.
What does this one mean? I'm sorry.
No.
European women use their eyes to good advantage. Practice in front of a mirror. What the hell does that mean?
Maybe wink?
I wink a lot.
Stare at his junk? I know that gets my attention. Oh, boy.
Now, Tom, you cannot wink. Is that correct?
I have to really focus, and it's like putting a window down in an old-fashioned car. It's like, okay, crank that. There we go.
I literally just winked at you, didn't I? When about the Ace Cosby thing.
Yeah, there you go.
I went like that.
See, winking creeps me out.
Oh, really?
Never.
Really?
Liked it.
You don't think it's flirty?
No, what do you mean, Tom?
Mrs. Leffler, the librarian at Mercer School, used to do that. It always bugged me.
Oh, my God. He can't remember anything else but his teacher names from
people say I look creepy when I wink, but
Let me see.
Well, I think it's because you're sticking your tongue out and waving.
Yeah.
Here you go. How to Pick a Man and How to Get a Husband from 1958 McCall's magazine. Dress differently from the other girls at the office.
Well, yeah, that's still too.
Well, Christy, I can't have noticed you've come in topless today. None of the other girls are doing that. But say, do you want to go for coffee right now?
Boy, here's one from 1958. Use the ashtray. Don't crush out your cigarettes in your coffee cup.
No, that's tacky.
Oh,
yeah.
Who would do
that's
that?
Low class.
How about this one? Don't tell a man about your allergies.
Yeah.
That's right.
I'm allergic to semen.
First off, who is that lady?
I don't know. I just can't find a date.
Oh, boy.
Oh, thanks.
People like me, though, immediately.
Send his mom a birthday card. That's creepy to me. Don't you think?
Yeah. Now, here's one of the dates it again, Christy. Change the shade of your stockings and be sure to keep the seams straight.
Yeah.
I'm glad, don't get me wrong, I'm glad nylons went out or stockings, whatever you want, legs, whatever you want to call them. But how did that happen? I mean, they were everywhere, and now
because here's the deal.
Nobody wears
the things with those were if there was the slightest rip or run in them, you went from a power-broking businesswoman to the filthiest skank on the subway.
Yeah. On your first date, tell him you aren't thinking of getting married. That old goodie.
The old reverse psychology.
Reverse psychology.
I never want to get married.
Don't talk about how many children you want.
Now, here's again a tip for this is from 1958. I'm going to read this one verbatim. How to Get a Husband from McCall's magazine. Double date with a gay, happily married couple. Let them see what it's like.
I don't think they meant that.
They meant that in the old...
They meant gay as in...
happy.
Cheerful, yeah. Upbeat.
Here's one. Learn to sew, ladies, and wear something you made yourself.
What is that, burlap? Lovely.
I made this hat myself.
Oh, maybe you did. I'm guessing that was your cat?
That's right.
Oh, that
the
piece.
eyeballs are right here in the front.
That piece you're wearing around your waist, is that from the Pocahontas collection? It looks rather like a...
Have I told you I'm allergic to semen?
You mentioned it. Waiter.
This is the dumbest one. Christy, you're going to agree with me. This is the stupidest suggestion from McCall. McCall's Magazine, 1958.
Which one?
If he's a fisherman, learn to scale and clean fish.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's not a bad idea.
What are the odds?
There's also one about golf, too. Learn how to golf.
I love to fish.
No, that's just learn how to wash his balls. You're innocent. You think it's about golf.
I'm also allergic to
I mean, that just makes sense.
Oh, boy,
if you're
Brenda.
around a lot of if you're doing something a man likes to do, you're around a lot of men.
Exactly.
I mean,
that's all this is.
Common sense.
That's why I do things that a lot of women like to do.
Yeah, like reading that book.
50 Shades. I went and saw Magic Mike.
Isn't there one on there that's timeless, just 2 words?
Don't tell dirty stories.
No, it should say just put out.
Yeah, right. Tom mentioned that. They absolutely. It doesn't make any sense.
Here we go. Very early in your dating, ladies, get a favorite song that you both regard as your song.
No, that's wrong. You can't do that. Not early on.
Not early on?
No.
All right. Can I ask you something? Of a personal nature?
Yes.
Do you and your new guy have a song?
No, not yet. We talked about it. We've talked about it.
Move, bitch. Get out the way. Get out the way, bitch. Get out the way.
Another one bites the dust.
Oh, it's our song.
Oh, you're singing that? Yeah, what do you and Paula have?
Oh!
We have. Do you guys have a song, Pat?
No.
All right.
Mike Mark just entered the room. Do you and your wife have a song, Mike Mark?
Yes.
What is it?
Would you like to share?
Shook Me All Night Long from ACG.
Oh!
Yeah, baby.
Damn!
Okay, this one is the
By
one.
the way, Pat, a shakedown, I know what you're thinking. No, they're not begging you for money.
Okay, this is from 1958, McCall's Magazine. Number 114, How to Get a Man to Marry You. Stow away on a battleship.
Okay.
That's just
sounds like a Dorothy L'Amour, Bob Hope movie.
You end up in prison.
That's a serious fun.
I saw that movie. It's called Pass Around, Boys.
What are you in for?
Don't bogart that broad.
That's ridiculous.
I'm trying to meet a guy.
Good Lord.
Okay, here's the next one that's ridiculous. Paint your name and number on your roof and say, "Give me a buzz, pilot."
Yeah. Well, that's what are you, Katrina? Don't do that.
Although pilots are pretty good catches, right?
Probably.
They're not around a lot.
They're not flying that low.
They're not around a lot, she said, in a reflex way.
Okay. Once again, we're reviewing ways to meet a man and catch a man to be a husband.
Start a whispering campaign on how sought after you are.
People want me.
Oh, people want
I'm very sought after.
Okay, well.
I'm done with this.
How about this one? Crying in the corner is always sexy. What?
Yeah, we talked about that one. I mean, it's like
always sexy.
Always, huh? No, it's not.
I can't get off until my girl is Blair Witched into a corner over there.
Don't look at me!
Here's one. Put a bowl of chili and carry it around in a hat box. It's just crazy, John.
that might actually.
That might work.
Start doing that, lady. That would work. Oyster crackers, please.
I love a good bowl of chili.
What do you do?
Oh, I love it.
Okay.
You're right. The oyster crackers.
There they are.
Okay. The Black Moods are a special house band this morning. I know the guys have to rock and they have to roll. Got a nice letter here from Mr. Bing, who says how much he enjoys real rock and roll, actual rock and roll.
Chandler Bing?
Not Chandler.
Actually, it's Chandler Bong.
That's not funny.
Oh, there'd have to be someone has to have taken one of those Chandler Bing action figures and turned it into a bong and called it Chandler Bong.
Yes, Chandler Bong. If you watch the show, that would be funny to you.
Yeah, okay. Now the fellas are going to be.
You're not.
They're going to be on the road once again. Madison, Wisconsin, September 3rd at the Taste of Madison, and the Riff, Springfield, Missouri, Friday, August 26th. We got time for one more song, guys. What do you got?
We're going to play Bad News.
All right. Let's hear it. Moods. That is so nice. Very good. Very good.
Thank you.
Once again, to introduce the band, that's Josh Kennedy on the vocals, Chico Diaz on the drums, and Jordan Hoffman on the bass. Josh, for those that can't see you right now, you're a very tall, slender man.
Thank you.
And you currently have a very nice guitar hanging in the groin area. Thus,
this whole thing?
Thus, the protruding attribute that you
Oh my gosh.
so deftly move around. Did you have a nickname when you were a kid?
Me?
Yeah.
Nah,
You always just Josh. You were never...
Puss cakes.
Kennedy.
Call them puss cakes.
Oh, yeah.
Puss cakes.
Oh, you had to do that, right?
Puss cakes?
I never thought that would follow me to the Bob and Tom show.
I like that.
Now, you got a baby. Do you have a nickname for your child?
Lil Bub.
Oh.
Lil Bub.
Because, everybody calls me Bub, so he's Lil Bub.
We'll see.
It's for his rapper.
You play Patty Puss Cakes with him?
Damn it.
Oh, yeah.
Chico Diaz. Have you always been Chico, or was there a nickname for you?
Well, my name's Danny, but yeah, I've been Chico since I was 2, because my grandpa was Papa Chico.
Oh, cool.
Oh, that's
yeah, you
sweet.
get cool.
Shut up, Puss Cakes.
Puss cake, puss cake, puss cake.
Jordan, the bass player is usually the quiet one. Did you have a nickname back there in the Buckeye State?
Yeah, Arthur. My dad called me Artie, Arth Kid, and these guys call me Artie when I'm hangry. Which
when he gets hangry, we call him Artie.
So, 9 times out of 10,
he's the youngest guy in the band, but also the oldest guy.
Yeah, I've got these back problems, man.
Tell me about it.
Okay. Well, the Black Moods, be sure to see them live, watch their videos, and they've got all kinds of cool stuff
their
out
music.
there. And if you missed them this morning, you can watch them on the YouTube on this show, the Bob and Tom YouTube channel. Thank you very much, gents.
Great seeing you.
Yeah.
Terrific.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for your time. We always appreciate it. Now, I got to tell you, I got to make a little introduction here. I want to introduce you to Krista.
Oh, yeah.
Krista's beautiful, classy, brilliant, and she's easy.
Easy on the eye, huh?
Yeah. Krista's not a round-heeled lady, by the way. Krista is Steven Singer's most beautiful engagement ring. Krista won't let you down, so if you're thinking about getting engaged, this is a real quick and easy way to get this done. Who is Krista? Well, Krista is the ring, the bright white, flawless to the eye, near colorless, high-quality, round, brilliant cut diamond. This is cut by the experts into a classic gold solitaire Tiffany-style setting. We'd like to say that Krista will guarantee you a yes. If it's not a yes, by the way, Steven Singer will. They've got their famous 100-day, 100% no-hassle money-back guarantee. Probably shouldn't put that in there right now. We're trying to tell you that it's going to be a yes, right, Christy?
Of course it's going to be a yes.
You go to IHateStevenSinger.com, tell them the Bob and Tom Show sent you. This is the perfect ring, and it's so quick. Just check out the Krista Ready for Love Diamond Engagement Ring. You've been thinking about it? Now's the time. Get it done at the right price with our friends at Steven Singer Jewelers. Once again, you find them at IHateStevenSinger.com, and just click on it. It just says Krista Ready for Love Diamond Engagement Ring. Smart way to do it. Get it done quick. And by the way, if you get that in before usually about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, it's going to go out that day. That's IHateStevenSinger.com. Tell them the Bob and Tom Show sent you. Coming up, we have an interesting thing involving feminine hygiene products in a very positive way in the news, along with bears and other delightful animals. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. Even though we're not too much to look at, you can also watch the show on our YouTube channel. Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
So, Nick, let's start with the basics. Are you a married guy?
No, I just got divorced.
Sorry to hear about that.
It's okay. Lots of people get divorced. Einstein got divorced.
He did?
Yeah, did you know that? Albert Einstein, arguably the most intelligent man who ever lived, got divorced. They should tell you that before you get married. It shouldn't be, do you love her? Do you want to spend the rest of your life with her? It should be, do you think you're smarter than Einstein?
Oh, so you're dating then?
I guess. You know what I don't want to do? I don't want to say I love you anymore. I hate that first I love you. That's the worst. First time you ever tell a woman you love her. If they like you, they want to hear it. And when they hear it that first time, something comes over them. You know, their eyes get all wide and get that diabolical grin on their face. You can almost feel them saying, excellent.
Hi, this is comedian Tim Cavanaugh, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
One of my favorite people on the planet Earth. Hello, Tim Cavanaugh. I'm Mark Allison, and for everything Bob and Tom, check out bobandtom.com. All the latest highlights, news, information, links to all of our social media sites, because we know you kids love your social media. Bob and Tom's VIP also available there. Information about it at bobandtom.com. And, of course, much, much more. We also love to hear from you, our listeners, whether it's junior win bag for Tom that we've gotten something wrong and you feel the need to correct us. Also, we love to hear from you when you're making requests about a comedian you'd like to hear, maybe an old bit, perhaps a Mr. Obvious. Well, if you'd like to hear it, we'd like to hear from you, and we'd be happy to get it on for you at some point. Maybe not this morning. Of course, we've got the Black Moods. Bob and Tom at bobandtom.com is the email address. Send us your requests, and who knows, we could be listening to your requests later this morning or perhaps in a week or two right here on Bob and Tom 24/7.
I'm Chick McGee with your Bob and Tom Sports Update. Tyler Huntley, 16 of 18 to 110 yards and a touchdown in the first half, and the Ravens extended their record streak of preseason wins to 21, a 23-10 win over the Titans in Baltimore. And Graham Gano hit a 24-yard field goal as time expired. Daniel Jones, solid in limited work. Giants beat the Patriots in Foxborough 23-21 as the NFL preseason gets underway. And the Griffies played catch in Iowa, and then the Cubs beat the Reds 4-2 in Major League Baseball's second Field of Dreams game in Dyersville, Iowa. From the NBA, Bill Russell's number 6 jersey is being retired across the league. The NBA and the National Basketball Players Association announced yesterday that the number worn by the 11-time champion, civil rights activist, and person good enough to be enshrined in the Basketball Hall of Fame as both a player and a coach, permanently retired by all 30 teams. Major League Baseball yesterday, your winners in the American League, Cleveland, Houston, Kansas City, and Boston. In the National League, Miami, Colorado, and Arizona also win. And 2 games in the WNBA last night, Vegas and Connecticut get the wins. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Hey, hi, this is Tom.
And this is Chick from the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, Christy, what's the best way to get full access to the show?
Hey, what? You introduced me.
That would be to become a Bob and Tom VIP.
Very good. Now, Josh, what's a feature of Bob and Tom VIP?
Wait a minute.
Well, the live 5-camera video stream of the show, plus a podcast of the show and comedy from the Bob and Tom archives.
Excellent. Chick, what do you have to say for yourself?
Become a Bob and Tom VIP now. Just go to bobandtom.com/VIP.
See, that was worth the wait, wasn't it?
Bob and Tom 24/7.
You're not helping the show where you're going. We don't want to go. You think that you're a cut-up. We wish that you would shut up, because you're not helping the show. You're not helping the show where you're going. We don't want to go. Your moment of enjoyment will lead to unemployment, because you're not helping the show. Don't you see, Chick McGee? Your career needs a plan B. You're not helping the show. Where you're going, we don't want to go. Bob and Tom are seething. It's time that you were leaving, because you're not helping the show. No, you're not helping the show.
Bob and Tom.
If you irradiate poop, it will be sterile, but it's still poop.
You can pick your morning radio show, but you can't wipe Bob and Tom on the couch.
So, Mark, you're a single guy.
Yeah, I tell you, though, it's tough because I got these neighbors behind me.
Really?
My neighbor, Gail, very...
Gail?
Gail is a woman who just moved. Her bedroom wall is right behind mine, and she has a new boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
And I found this out. His name is...
You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Don't.
Essential Morning Radio. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
The crew, etc. show.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Happy Friday, chick.
Yeah, huh? There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, chick.
There's Josh Arnold at the Upside Sidekick desk. How you doing, buddy?
I'm good, man. Happy Friday to you.
Oh, thank you. Right back at you. There's Ace Cosby.
Hey, happy Friday.
He's manning the track phone hotline hot phone. I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom.
So you're paying Chick?
Chick McGee, of course, is the captain, or no, you're the general manager.
No, I'm
of
the captain of the ship.
Of the all-new Guardians of the Commanders.
That's right.
Fantasy football team.
Funny.
By the way, NFL fans, we're going to do a very cool thing again this fall. What I'm talking about is your shot at winning one of those great big green eggs. Oh, that's right. Every week. We had so much fun with that last year.
Even a girl won.
I think that's very helpful, Ace.
Hey, girls can play too.
Better than I ever could.
Certainly. Now, speaking of Josh Arnold, since he's right here, Pat, I know you've been working diligently on a special tribute. I need some background on this. What's happening here?
Well, he's worked on the show now 6 years, so we've had a celebration that's gone on quite a while.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Come on.
Yeah. Much appreciated.
So I prepared something for Josh.
I'd love to hear.
Josh pulled out of St. Louis, headed east on I-70. Just a couple 100 miles to Tom, Chick and Christy Lay. He's got his pedal down to the floor. Stops for snacks at every single store. 6 hours on the road, but he could have made it here in 4. He's got a big old brain and a huge vocabulary. And he's a real smart talker with more gooder grammar than me. Sometimes he steps over the line. His jokes are funny, so I think it's fine. 60 years on the show, but he may be fired tonight. Josh is thorough and generous when it comes to making love. Well, he knows a guy with 5 Johnsons whose pants fit him like a glove. He's always looking on the brighter side. Got a banjo because his daddy died. 60 years on the show, he's getting hookers and pizza tonight. Yeah! 6 years on the show. Hey, Josh, what a hell of a ride.
Oh, Patty G, my God.
Wow.
Very nice.
Thank you
Very
so
nice.
Do you remember the fabulous Dave Dudley?
Who's Dave Dudley?
That's the guy who wrote that song, 6 Days on the Road, and I'm going to make it home tonight.
I don't remember.
I love the Steve Earle version.
That's my favorite.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. Steve Earle does have a great voice. By way of explanation, if you're new to the show, Josh is celebrating his 6th year in the sidekick chair.
Thank you.
That's amazing.
And there were a couple of obscure references during the song. I'd like to
is that right?
enlighten some of those folks. Josh's dad, sadly, is gone. His father was a badass combat veteran in Vietnam.
Yeah, so was
It's his birthday today.
And
yeah.
How old would he have been today? 70?
Oh my God, he was born in 50. So he would have been, what,
72?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, happy birthday.
Yes.
Wherever you
Hey,
are.
Larry, he's looking down and smiling.
Oh, yeah.
Larry! That, there's a reference in the song that will be explained by this very brief cut. Be listening for the howl from Ms. Jessica Hooker. Here we go.
I am legitimately now the owner of a banjo.
Is that right?
Yeah, I need to get it in here and see if...
How did that happen?
My dad died.
Oh.
Now, again, there's nothing funny about his father dying.
No, of course not.
It's just that you inherited the banjo.
Yes,
And what Ms. Hooker was howling at was the fact that Pat had just landed knee-deep in audio turd.
It was a fair question.
Was there a fight amongst the brothers for that banjo?
No, they didn't care. But my brother John did something very nice. He knew that I had wanted it, so he got it all tuned up and stuff. He took it in and got
that
it.
was nice.
And then gave it to me.
Oh, that's
nice.
sweet.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you grab that?
Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Let's do it. Hey, you Bob and Tom, it's your good friend, Dr. Phil.
Hey, Dr. Phil.
Heard from you.
Have you read my book?
No.
Have you seen my type?
I never watched.
I've got books on type and types about books.
I have.
From bestseller Romance Rescue all the way to Let's Fill Her Up.
Oh, nice. Phil. Dr. Phil.
Thank you, Chick, for your purchase. Okay, today, you guys have been talking all this folksy wisdom back and forth last few weeks. So
Nice old sayings that people have, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, some would say I'm busier than a one-nip man in a butt-kissing contest, okay? But I mean, hey, I'm just an old Texas cowboy with two satchels full of folksy wisdom and a canteen that's dripping with common sense, okay? Some would say I'm folksier than a mason jar full of dandelions and moonshine, too. Maybe some would say I'm folksier than a fiddle sitting on a freshly chopped stump. You see where I'm going with this?
No.
I mean, you either get it or you don't, okay? I mean, there's no need to keep weighing a pound cake. Although my wife Robin says I'm sexier than a drag queen called him bingo at brunch, okay? You picking up what I'm laying down?
Not really, yeah.
I mean, just because you milk the cow doesn't mean we're all having steak. It sounds to me like maybe you're a few peas short of a casserole. Is that true? You want to come clean today? Maybe you're not the brightest candle on the cake. Maybe a few diamonds short of a flush. Okay, I wrote a book about not being able to connect the dots with closed-minded adults like you. Have you read the book?
No.
Have you seen the tape?
No.
It's not only a book, it's also a self-help game you can play around the dinner table, too.
Oh.
It's called Duck, Duck, It Ain't About Good.
Thank you, Doctor.
Very enlightening.
Yes.
Sage-like, isn't it?
Yeah. What was it? Sexier than a drag queen calling bingo?
Bingo at brunch.
At brunch.
You got to do it at brunch.
That's complicated. I don't even know what it means.
Dan says he's a VIP listener from South Korea.
Yeah.
I lived there for a little
Yes,
bit.
we
You once were a teacher in South Korea. That's right.
Chick, did you know that?
Yeah, I heard something about it.
Oh, okay, that's cool. That's cool. When he was younger, every time his grandfather would see a fuller-figured girl, he'd elbow him and say, "There you go, Danny. Heat in the winter and shade in the summer."
Here.
He says, "I know it's not right, but I still giggle about it."
Oh, okay. Well, there's a lot of great ones out there. We love them.
We were also talking about ways to find a man.
Yes.
And when we come back, we have a few more. Also, we will be featuring a hunk about animals, and there's some good news, ladies, about feminine hygiene.
Oh,
really? This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Pearl Jam, Jack White, Kings of Leon, and 50 more artists celebrate Bourbon and Beyond in Louisville, September 15th through 18th, and you can too. Go to bobandtom.com/contest now to enter to win Beyond the Bourbon All-Inclusive Sweepstakes, brought to you by Team Kentucky. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
We got some extra from the Bob and Tom Show.
Comedian Greg Warren, former state champion wrestler. You're the son of a wrestling coach. Now, I assume your dad was also your wrestling coach. Is that correct?
Yes, he was. He was a high school wrestling coach, so I wrestled, and my mom was into music, so I played the clarinet in the band, which they made fun of me, especially the guys on the wrestling team, especially my best friend, Huey Baker. He was a black guy. Mm-hmm. He's one of those guys that would just get a hold of something and never shut up. And look at Greg, man. Greg played a flute. It's a clarinet, Huey. It's a flute, Greg. You a flute man. Look at little flute man, Greg. Flute your flute, Greg. Little flute man, Greg. He'll be on the bus going to a match. He'll be real quiet, and all of a sudden you hear, hop, 2, 3, 4. What the hell we fighting for? Flute man. It's embarrassing when you're out there wrestling and you hear, hit him with your flute, Greg.
Hey, this is Frank Caliendo, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, don't know what your plans are for this weekend, but here's a chance to see some live comedy, especially in the Hoosier State, Indiana, Richmond, Indiana, tonight. The Fourth Floor Blues Club. Again, it's Josh Arnold, Jeff Oskey, and Reno Collier. All three of them together. Well, they'll be on the stage one at a time, but you get what I'm saying. The American Legion tomorrow night in Martinsville, Indiana. ThatJoshArnold.com for tickets and information. Greg Warren on the road as well in Louisville, Kentucky at the Caravan tonight and Saturday night. GregWarrenComedy.com for more. The Black Moods in-house band today, also playing Saturday night at the Rathskeller in downtown Indianapolis. Great venue. Friday, August 26th at the Riff in Springfield, Missouri. Springfield, of course, one of our affiliates. Hello, Springfield. We know you're going to show up for the Black Moods. And another one of our affiliates, Madison, Wisconsin. That's right. Saturday, September 3rd at the Taste of Madison. The Black Moods will be making an appearance. Go and have a taste of Madison and a taste of the Black Moods. See how I did that? Ladies and gentlemen, that is called a professional segue. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee with your Bob and Tom Entertainment News. Olivia Newton-John will have a state memorial in her home country of Australia. Victoria Premier Daniel Andrews writes on social media that Newton-John's family has accepted his offer to hold the state memorial. He describes it as, quote, most of a concert than a funeral. Details will be announced later. Actor Anne Heche is on life support after suffering a brain injury in a fiery crash a week ago and is now not expected to survive. A statement released on behalf of her family said that she is being kept on life support to determine if she is a viable organ donor. Earlier yesterday, police announced they're investigating Heche for driving under the influence of drugs. She crashed her car into a Los Angeles home August 5th. Detectives with a search warrant took a blood sample from Heche, and it has shown narcotics in her system. And model and actor Jerry Hall and media mogul Rupert Murdoch have agreed to the terms of their pending divorce. Hall filed a request in Los Angeles Superior Court Wednesday to dismiss her original petition for divorce from Murdoch, which she had filed last month, with permission to file a new one. Apparently, the couple remain good friends, wish each other the best for the future. Hall, who is 66, Murdoch, 91, married in London in 2016. No financial details have been released. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Pearl Jam, Jack White, Kings of Leon, Chris Stapleton, and 50 more artists celebrate the return of Bourbon and Beyond in Louisville, September 15th through 18th. And you can too. Go to bobandtom.com/contest to enter to win Beyond the Bourbon All-Inclusive Sweepstakes. Brought to you by Team Kentucky. Pricing includes VIP weekend passes, airfare credit, Marriott downtown Louisville accommodation, ground transportation from Pegasus Distill, dinner at Ceviche, a VIP tour at the Kentucky Derby Museum, and more. Plus, we'll be joining the celebration live from Louisville Friday, September 16th. Go to bobandtom.com/contest to enter to win Beyond the Bourbon All-Inclusive Sweepstakes. Brought to you by Team Kentucky. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Speaking of Kennedy.
That's a good shout-out. That is a good shout-out, yes, thank you.
John Kennedy Jr.
Why do you think they call us Skippy Little Suda Teddy anyway? Thank you. You want to go watch the films of Bobby's funeral at my place? Well, what do you know? It's 4 a.m. and we're drunk. Well, let's make whoopee. Wear my Oxford cloth.
I was on a plane with one of the Kennedys one time.
Really?
Well, I was lucky to be. Yeah, it was Ted Kennedy. He was on the plane. And he was in first class. I was in the back,
Sure.
with the degenerates. But what a great name to be born. Kennedy or Rockefeller or something like that. My luck, if I was born in money, my last name would be Massengale. My dad, the big douche baron.
The douche baron. Everywhere you go, you got waiters making fun. You want oil and vinegar?
Shut up and bring it. My dad, the big douche baron.
Hi, this is Nick Griffin, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Essential morning radio. All day and all night. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
Sent you.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee. News.
That's right.
Pat Godwin. Music.
That's right.
Josh Arnold. Jokes?
That's fair.
Okay. Wow. Ace Cosby.
Hilarity.
No jokes. I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom.
Thank you very much, Chick McGee.
You're welcome.
Chick McGee, now the general manager of the fantasy football team.
Yep.
The Guardians of the Commandos.
That's right.
Commandos? No,
Commanders.
it's Commanders.
I'm just writing it down as I speak. I can't do everything.
No, Guardians of the Commandos is even funnier. Everybody's commando.
The team is the Commanders, right?
That's right.
What an embarrassing
The
name.
Commanders.
So pathetic.
The Devil's Guardians.
Okay. Let's see. What was I going to tell you?
They've rewritten the Hail to the Redskins song. You know that.
To what? Hail to the Commanders?
Yep.
That's all they did.
Hail to the Commanders.
Really?
Hail victory. Yeah, that's what they arrived
They
on.
squeezed that syllable in there.
Yeah, they jammed her in there.
Are people going to sing that? Do they?
I think they are. They got a band coming back, too, for the first time.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
Marching band?
Yep.
Okay. Right now, I look to my right and I see Christy Lee at the Bob and Tom news desk. What have you got
He's
over
going
there?
to kill me. Colorado's no longer charging
Colorado's no longer charging.
Could you be quiet?
Sales tax on diapers, incontinence products, and menstrual products, thanks to a law which was signed by Governor Jared Polis
Boy,
earlier
that's
this
a
year.
godsend for me and Dickie. We've gone are the days we had to worry about pissing our pants.
That's right.
That's nice.
Governor
Damn right.
Polis said in a news release Monday, this new bipartisan law finally ends the sales tax on diapers and feminine hygiene products permanently and starts saving people money on these necessary products.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. They called it the co-tax.
Yeah. Tasteless also. It was, bye.
Where did they get that name?
Kotex? I don't know.
I thought that was a female student at a technical college.
A co-tax?
Apparently.
I mean, the co-eds in Austin?
Yeah.
The co-tax? I think about half the states still charge. There are states that have taxes on toilet paper.
There are states.
Sure.
Do we have tax on food?
Here?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think,
no,
Josh,
not on food.
I think the logic, Josh, is there are certain essentials.
I think on paper products.
Their affordability is important. And things like feminine hygiene products and diapers and toilet paper.
Crammers and plugs. They shouldn't tax those.
Okay, I'm sorry I brought it up.
Hey, Pennsylvania police are saying...
Pennsylvania?
Pennsylvania. You know where Pennsylvania is.
Oh, I know where Pennsylvania is. Tom lives in Pennsylvania.
He does.
That's right. A woman used pages from a so-called...
There's another joke you could use. Sorry, Chris.
Wicca book of spells to set her ex-boyfriend's car on fire.
Oh, I'm sure what a catch she is. She's carrying around a witch's
It's called the
guidebook?
Wicca Book of Spells, Tom. Wiccans are...
Yeah.
It's a kind of a religion, isn't it? The kind of based on...
It's like witches, isn't it?
Based on witchcraft.
Kind of, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
The 47-year-old suspect, Christy Malzy, went to BK's Classics in Stony Creek Township to confront her ex-boyfriend.
No, that's Christy Mousy.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Not Malzy.
Malzy. According to the criminal complaint, the woman threatened the man at gunpoint, hit him, before employees intervened. They then noticed a Ford Focus in the parking lot was on fire. Responding officers found burnt pages from a book titled Wicca Book of Spells in and around the car.
Wicca, wild.
Witnesses said the suspect was believed to be practicing witchcraft.
Wow.
The authorities alleged the woman lit the book's pages on fire before placing them inside the car through an open window.
She's doing it wrong.
That's not how it works.
Right. You don't give a spell. You just go abracadabra, whatever the hell the thing is. Then it catches on fire. You don't rip up the book.
She was arrested on charges of reckless burning.
Did you see the pictures?
Terroristic threats and simple assault. No, I did not.
His contemporary witches. It's so cool. She's trying to escape on a 2021 Swiffer wet jet broom.
Oh, boy. Yeah, she's
Really? Yeah. Oh, God. What a lunatic.
Yeah, now, don't throw stones. You don't know.
Well, her behavior, not the fact that she's a Wiccan.
I'll vote for both.
I bet you've known some Wiccans in your day.
Yeah, I have.
I bet. Yeah.
Oh, you go to Salem, right? Every third year?
I try to, yeah.
You'd like a Wiccan girlfriend, would you?
Not necessarily, but...
you wouldn't rule it out?
Right. I wouldn't kick her out of bed for practicing...
Sure, it'd be interesting.
Witchcraft.
Really?
Yeah.
He is judging you so hard.
Honey, when did we get a hamster? I thought we had a doll.
Could you get the cauldron out of the garage? I want to park my car.
Hey, I'm not sure if you're upset about something, honey. I can't help but notice that in the bedroom you brought in a can of gasoline and some matches.
Yeah.
What do we got going tonight?
Honey, here, let me take off your bra. Oh, wow, these are cold.
This bra's made out of tin.
This is one of my.
Hey, I went into the. I appreciate the fact that you got me this new deodorant. I didn't know that the Tom's deodorant people had the new Eye of Newt scent. And what is Gooch of Snake? I see it in the medicine cabinet.
Snake anus.
Is that what Gooch is?
Did you ever have a guy who always referred to his wife as a witch and talk about her broom and all this? And
no.
Yeah, I had
that sounds like a lovely person.
I always love when a guy sees
just
a broom,
a jerk.
and I get a corner and go, honey, you can't park here. That always makes me laugh.
Oh, yeah. This says no broom parking. Funny guy.
We had a guy whose wife was extraordinarily gifted in the chest area.
Big boobs, huh?
And behind his back, everyone referred to her as Carnegie Mellons.
Yeah.
To this day,
Are they still married?
No. That ended very badly.
Sorry, I brought it up. Hey, a car thief this is one of my favorite stories if you see the pictures of this, trying to evade police by hiding himself inside a huge teddy bear.
Really?
Have you seen these huge teddy bears? They're gigantic.
Yes. And this guy, police were seeking to arrest Mr. Joshua Dobson for theft and other driving offenses. While searching for the 18-year-old at home in Rochdale, officers
sounds lovely.
Going down to Rochdale.
Officers noticed a large bear breathing and found Dobson hidden inside. Police say that Dobson stuffed behind bars and hopefully he has a bearable time inside. But he literally hollowed out this big bear and stuck himself inside it as much as he could.
If he could have stayed still, it would have worked.
Yeah. He hold his breath.
Yes.
Wow. So he literally was inside the thing.
Yes.
I thought he was just like lying down behind it.
No, I'll show you.
I see the picture now. It's a gigantic teddy bear, and he ripped out the insides of it and climbed right in.
So he's been sent to prison?
Yeah.
Well, pretty soon there'll be a teddy in him.
Oh.
I'm your cellmate, teddy bear.
What night works best for you?
Terrific.
You wore a teddy? I'll show you what you look like in a teddy.
Yeah.
Yikes. What else you got, Christy?
What else do we have? A mother bear and her cub were caught. This is an actual bear.
And they were killed?
No, They were breaking into a home in Monrovia, California, apparently to steal donuts. Homeowner Alice Taylor told KABC.
We're the first alphabetically.
That the mother bear removed the screen of an open window to get inside.
Looking for donuts. They were really greeted by the police.
That was Tom Griswold.
No,
The intruders headed straight for Taylor's kitchen, where they found a box of donuts on a counter. Taylor made some loud noises, and the bears fled through the window that they had entered.
I bet he made some loud noises when he saw the bear.
But not before devouring it.
Holy!
Yeah. Get out of here, bear.
Well, there's a way to keep this from. We keep getting the same stories about bears breaking into houses and all that stuff.
How do
we
you
need to stop
prevent that?
encroaching on their land.
Yeah.
You hang your house from a tree.
Okay.
You're going to need some cable and a crane.
And you pull the rope ladder up when you go home.
Yeah. You move to the tree.
Yeah.
We were just in, where were we? Asheville, North Carolina.
Oh, yes. Beautiful.
Yeah, just driving through regular neighborhood.
Yeah.
There was a bear.
Yeah.
Driveway. Right there. I mean, it was like a nice, it wasn't way out of town.
It's in the mountains, yeah.
Right there in town, in Asheville. Just a bear.
Asheville bears. They wander around the neighborhood. Asheville.
Well, this guy's got a good excuse now. The next time his wife comes in and goes, all right, who ate all the donuts? No, probably those bears.
It had to have been the damn bear, honey.
Those donuts are delicious.
Hey, coming up, we still have news I failed to mention, or we failed to mention.
Okay, no, don't go too quickly because I want to remind you of this, Christy. If you drive over the speed limit by a little or a lot, you can hurt somebody. Speeding catches up with you. Please slow down. Paid for by NHTSA, reminding you to be very careful out there, especially when you're driving around those work zones. Come on, those are people working hard to get those roads all fixed up for us. Right now, wait a minute.
Oh, don't forget, we also have coming up, I know that summer is almost over for a lot of people because kids have headed back to school, but the vacation continues in Cape Cod, kinda, and there's a new CDC warning out there about a diarrhea outbreak.
Diarrhea outbreak?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Ugh. What's the song?
Have you seen the latest Pepto-Bismol where they actually do dance moves?
No.
I did see that.
No.
Because I was wondering what they were going to do for diarrhea.
And the dancers touch their hip for diarrhea.
Yeah.
Diarrhea. Not the boo-ho, but...
No. Thank you. Could we do anything but this? Hey, Josh.
Yes, sir.
What is the upside of your traveling this week? I know you're going to be on the road. I know you're going to Richmond, Indiana, and Martinsville, Indiana, with Reno Collier and Jeff Oskey for some great live comedy. You will be on the road. How are you going to save gas money?
With the incredible app known as Upside. Our listeners, that's you, are earning cash back for every gallon of gas every time they fill up. How are they doing that? Well, they've downloaded the free Upside app in the App Store or Google Play, and they used promo code Bob and Tom, because that's going to get them 25 cents per gallon or more on their first fill up. Cash in your pocket. Don't pay full price at the pump anymore. Get cash back using Upside. It's very easy, and it's real cash that really adds up. In fact, $1 million cash back is being earned by users each week. Folks can earn 3 times more cash back with Upside than any other loyalty program or credit card reward. And it's available at businesses all over the U.S., 30,000 plus, including those big-name brands and gas stations, as well as some of your favorite local businesses. Just use promo code Bob and Tom. Download the free Upside app, and, again, that promo code Bob and Tom is the one to use to get 25 cents per gallon or more cash back on your first tank. That's code Bob and Tom on the Upside app.
Thank you very much, Josh. When we come back, as Christy said, we have some very interesting things going on in the world. And am I correct in saying we're going to have the very special report from Jeff Oskey of things we failed to mention? Yes, I am correct. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Good morning, sunshine.
Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
The in-house band this morning, the Black Moods. Thanks to them for getting up early. Thanks to Eddie Hazel as well for all the hard work behind the scenes, and the rest of our staff, Noah and everyone, for getting it on the air on our YouTube channel. Of course, you can check that out. Our YouTube channel, just search The Bob and Tom Show. You can check out what you missed later this morning if you had to head into work. And if you're listening live, you can check it out live right there on our YouTube stream. Again, just go to YouTube and search The Bob and Tom Show. But again, a big thanks to the Black Moods, their people, truck drivers, roadies, everyone that sets them up for coming in and getting them set up. By the way, that drum set is unbelievable. Walked by it this morning and thought, that's a nice looking drum set. It's the Black Moods. You can check them out at theblackmoods.com, and you can check us out right here as we continue this morning on Bob and Tom 24/7. Good morning. I'm Mark Allison with a look at things you may have missed on this Friday, August 12th. After the Griffies played catch in Iowa, Drew Smiley took over. Smiley struck out 9 in 5 scoreless innings. The Chicago Cubs beat the Cincinnati Reds 4-2 in Major League Baseball's second Field of Dreams game. Seiya Suzuki reached 3 times. Nick Madrigal had 3 hits for Chicago in a throwback ballpark, a short walk away from the main field of the 1989 movie. The night began with Hall of Famer Ken Griffey Jr. and his father emerging from the iconic corn stalks to play catch in the outfield, delighting the sellout crowd of 7,823. The nation's top public health agency is relaxing its COVID-19 guidelines and dropping the recommendations that Americans quarantine themselves if they come into close contact with an infected person. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention also said Thursday people no longer need to stay at least 6 feet away from others. That's good news. The changes come more than 2.5 years after the start of the pandemic. Can you believe that? 2.5 years. They're driven by a recognition that an estimated 95% of Americans 16 and older have acquired some level of immunity, either from being vaccinated or by being infected. And that's a look at things you may have missed. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
Got this new venture. It's called Say It to My Face.
Oh.
Pretty good.
Cool.
Hey, Josh, let's say someone talks smack about you on Facebook or Twitter.
Sure.
And the first thing you do is you'd call me, then I go to their house. And when they answer the door, I'll just yell, "Say it to my face." And then I'll jack them with a blood dart right to the larynx. And Christy, you and your ladies don't got to worry either, because I got you covered too. See, my friend Tasha and I are launching an all-female company called "Oh, No, You Didn't." Well, it's hard to spell on the radio, but in print, it's badass. It's all hymenated.
Hymenated?
Yep. So the next time some chick, calls another chick an obese whale when you post your porta-potty selfie on Instagrams, just give me and Tasha a call. She'll go to that chick's house and slap the spit out of her while screaming, "Oh, no, you didn't."
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Officials in Utah had to warn drivers of possible bee swarms at the site of a semi-crash on I-80.
Is Utah the beehive state?
I don't know.
Utah, the beehive state?
Is it? Yeah, okay.
Nice
Really?
Looks like it's Utah.
Let me look it up.
I mean, being in a car accident.
What do you got over there?
Hold on. Utah.
Josh, Wikipedia says it's Utah, actually. Is the
I saw that.
Hey, Tom.
Yes, sir.
Utah is the beehive.
I don't know how I knew that.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, this is Henry Phillips, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Well, what else would you be doing with your time?
I left work early, drove right home, didn't know you'd be here. Well, now that you are, there's only one thing I'd like you to do, my dear. Honey, pull up my skirt, undo my blouse, peel off my pantyhose. Baby, take off my bra and my spiked heels. Honey, take off all of my clothes. Take them all off, baby. Honey, pull down the shades, turn down the lights, lock up all of the doors. If I catch you wearing my clothes again, honey, I will file for divorce. Bob, that skirt doesn't even go with that blouse. Now put on this apron and go do the dishes.
Bob and Tom 24/7. It's not on air. It's online.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Yeah, but it turns out I don't sleep well anyway. I've been grinding my teeth. I didn't know I grind my teeth until I woke up. My husband was pouring coffee beans into my mouth. What a weird way to save time in the morning.
No kidding, but it's fresh coffee.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7. Comedy, guests, Bob and Tom exclusives, and it's here on the internet. Bob and Tom.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hi, Chick.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello, Chick.
There's Josh Arnold at the Upside Sidekick desk.
Hi.
Hey, there's Ace Cosby at the taking care of the track phone hotline hot phone. I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold. Funny story.
What's that?
During the commercials, we were having our picture taken with the Black Moods, and we're having a great time talking and, kibitzing with the guys. Yeah. And no Josh Arnold.
I was peeing, and then I went to record something on it, and then I was told about the picture, and then I went back, and it was already done.
Oh, you missed it.
Yeah, that's all.
So we made it look like, it was an accident.
Okay, good. We have a lot to get to here. That would include, I think, a very special visitor here in the Bob and Tom program. Perhaps.
What would that be?
Well, I think this time of week, it's usually our good friend.
2, 1.
Reveal.
Trying to get the hook up.
Okay, good. We'll
oh, my goodness!
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, he's in the studio with us.
Has appeared in studio with us.
We're all looking at the screen.
He just came out from under the desk.
Jeff Oskey with news we failed to mention. Go, Jeff, put some earphones on. Okay, what do we got going here?
Hey, how's it going, everybody? I'm Jeff Oskey with the Failed to Mention News Desk. We give you a lot of the news each week, but we don't give you all the news, so I'm here to give you the news that we failed to mention. Pew, 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 pew. An auction house sold a watch once worn by Hitler for $1.1 million. They defended the sale of the controversial watch, saying their aim was to preserve history. What you failed to mention, the $330,000 we made on commission, just a happy accident. Fancy Feast is making a cat food-inspired dishes for humans. What you failed to mention, I hope you enjoy the taste of horse. Laugh from Chick. I'll take it. To save money, a man gave himself a nose job. Oh. Well, you failed to mention, I tried something similar, but I couldn't reach. Work it out. There's a new tactical bra on the market. What you failed to mention is called a Tic Tac. Oh, Tit Tac. My bad. No? Okay.
Tactical.
I love being in the other room where I can't see everyone's disappointment.
Start again. It's fine.
Okay. There's a new tactical bra on the market. What you failed to mention is called a Tit Tac.
I don't know if slowing it down made it.
A military brazier, you see. United States Army saying it's a Tic Tac. Or no.
800 people are competing in the python hunt down in Florida. What you failed to mention, Hulk Hogan has been advised to avoid the area.
Sounds good to me, brother. What are you going to do, brother, with these pythons?
There's a Mark Zuckerberg baseball card from his 5th grade school year that's up for sale. What you failed to mention, the stats on the back of the card says he's 0 for 300 at the plate with 117 errors as shortstop. Wrestler Ric Flair has opened his own wing restaurant. Woo! What you failed to mention, if you start choking instead of the Heimlich, they just slam you through the table. That should dislodge it. Minor league baseball team, the Trash Pandas, had some fireworks run afoul, sending one stadium worker to the hospital with minor injuries. What you failed to mention, in response, the Trash Pandas have canceled their contract with the company Man Maimer Pyrotechnics.
Man
Maimer.
Yeah.
We're going to
shot it into the crowd, you see. They maimed him.
Good name. Let's go ahead.
Maybe a Man Maimer steamroller. I don't know.
Look at that name you chose.
Yeah. Nope, did the right thing there.
Fruit flies were given mushrooms. What you failed to mention, how are those little guys ever going to get that Dark Side of the Moon album onto the record?
Those tiny
little buddies. There's a new Pac-Man live-action movie coming out. What you failed to mention is just 2 hours of Jeff Garland dressed in a bright yellow neoprene jumpsuit attacking all-you-can-eat buffets. He's kind of a dick.
Jeff Garland.
And finally, a woman was arrested after throwing a raw steak at her partner during an argument. What you failed to mention, she sounds like a grade A biatch to me. All right, I'm Jeff Askey, and this has been the news that you failed to mention.
Thank you, Jeff. A very rare studio appearance. Thank you. Mr. Askey will be appearing with Reno Collier and Josh Arnold. More information about that at thatjosharnold.com. Tonight and tomorrow, your Indiana swing.
Yes.
Details are posted, as I mentioned, at thatjosharnold.com. In the meantime, we go back to the news desk where Christy Lee is sitting.
Well, the CDC has always got something to say about something, right?
Yeah,
well,
whatever
right
China
now,
wants them to, yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Which C stands for China?
Second one.
So silly.
Okay.
They are warning parents about splash pads. Do you know what those are?
Yeah, it's like instead of a slip and slide, it's like a big round thing with a fountain in the middle.
Well, they're that, or they have them in like our neighborhood house, close to my neighborhood. There's one with different fountains and different interactive water sprays and stuff for kids. They just run around basically in them. They don't really swim, so to speak. Mm-hmm. Well, apparently, according to the CDC, they've issued a warning saying there are diarrhea outbreaks being linked to these splash pads.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they involve Shigella bacteria and the norovirus.
Oh.
The CDC highlighted that small children, including those wearing diapers, tend to sit or stand in the jets as well as get water in their mouths, allowing for fecal oral transmission.
Okay, makes sense.
The agency explained that splash pads, quote, do not always meet the local, state, territorial, or tribal definition of an aquatic venue and may be exempt from public health codes.
Oh.
Just so you know.
Well, I think the manufacturers obviously get it because here's one I'm looking at. It's the Fisher-Price bidet. Here's one called, the Poopy Splash. Wow. Well, surprise enema, kids. Makes sense, I guess.
It does make sense if you've ever, because when my kids were little, there was, like I said, it was close to our house. So we went a lot, so I could see how this would happen.
Yeah. You know, this is the last time I washed my lettuce.
Standing over one of those?
While the kids are jumping around in the splash pad.
You take it with you in a cooler and walk over. And,
Yeah, sure. There's a really nice one at a park I go to all the time.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
The popular Cape Cod resort of Providencetown has declared a sewer emergency. Providencetown officials ordered restaurants and food establishments to immediately close, while residential properties on the affected sewer system must also reduce water use, including flushing toilets only when absolutely necessary.
Really?
Thunderstorms this week brought larger than normal wastewater volume into the sewer system, causing overflows and damage. The sewer shutdown was necessary to prevent apparently a further public health emergency.
Got signs everywhere.
Oh, they do?
It says crap cod.
I mean,
really easy to fix the sign.
Officials estimate it'll take
all right, kids, let's go to crap cod.
48 hours to complete repairs and get everything back to normal.
When they say only flush when necessary, that is the... what is that poem?
If it's the yellow, let it mellow. If it's brown, flush it down.
Wow. So, well, that sucks. If you were planning on having a nice weekend in Cape Cod this weekend.
Yeah, well,
I don't think they call it Cape Cod, though, do they?
Then they just call it the Cape.
The Cape, yeah.
Okay.
Let's call it the Cape.
Okay. Well, right now
You should
it's
ask
time for
Allie.
us to.
Yeah, Allie Breen was there.
Allie was just there.
Yeah. It's time now to pick our big deal of the week.
The Napa Big Deal of the Week.
From our friends at Napa, okay, these are some of the stories we reviewed this week.
right.
I want to know which one you think is the biggest deal. The Major League Baseball player, Mr. Castro, who slid into third base, was it?
Third base, and his
iPhone fell out of his pocket.
Came out of his back pocket
during a game.
Shot across the infield, yeah.
How about the carbon monoxide shortage threatening the production of craft beer? It's a serious story.
Yeah.
How about the world record of the lady with the world's longest fingernails? They were so disgusting. It was like collectively, it was like 45 feet.
Gross, really awful.
Yeah. How about the Harry Caray hologram singing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game" last night in that special game?
That was cool.
From the
All right, let me hear you.
Okay. Yeah.
That was in Iowa last night?
That was in Dyersville, Iowa at this year's Field of Dreams game. Cubs won, and it was a hologram. And if you watch the video, I don't know how they did it.
I don't either. It looks real.
Looked like Harry was there to me.
Kim Kardashian and Pete Davidson have broken up. That was a big news story in the world of gossipy type news. Pete Davidson, he have the initial. He has the initials of her kids.
All of her kids, yeah. And he said, "My lady's a lawyer" or something. Tatted on him.
Okay. We have a man arrested. Remember this one? A guy was arrested on a boat shark fishing. He had too many sharks and too much meth.
Yeah.
When they boarded the boat.
Hey, look, he wants the sharks got it on. Okay.
Stupid world record. I like this one. The most pull-ups from a helicopter bar.
No.
But the problem with this one was...
It was like 10 feet off the ground.
Yeah, it wasn't even 10 feet off the ground. I mean, if you're going to do it, take the thing up.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
At least 200 feet.
Yeah. Then tether the guy to it in case something goes wrong. Nothing can go wrong here.
Yeah.
How about this one? That world record for the most ears of corn on a stalk?
No.
You can do your tribute song, Pat.
Nope. I mean, we could. I don't think that should be that.
I could do it if you want.
That was a hearty no, I think. Which one of those do you like the best? Oh, also, this was a big story. France is actually running out of mustard.
Yeah.
Because there was a big problem with the mustard crop last year. Anyone? Best story of the year?
Of the week? Big deal of the week?
Okay, the big deal.
Harry Carey. I'm going to vote Harry Carey.
Okay, Harry Carey, the hologram of Harry Carey singing at a baseball game last evening, and that's our...
Napa, big deal of the week with nearly 6,000 Napa Auto Parts stores and over 17,000 Napa Auto Care centers. Napa is the fuel that helps drivers like you get up and go. And that was the Napa big deal of the week.
We're talking about Harry Carey. We got to play this.
Joining us in the interview loft, comedian John Caponera. John's a great stand-up comedian, a veteran of the world of stand-up comedy. Started in Chicago. Now, Bob grew up in Los Angeles.
Vin Scully was my man.
Vin Scully. Is that something that you did?
Vin Scully is funny because he's one of these announcers that loves to read lips.
Yeah.
And he thinks he knows what they're saying on the field. Wait a minute, here comes Tracy out of the dugout. He's in the umpire's face. It appears he wants to take the ump to Fuddruckers after the game. Young says he doesn't like Fuddruckers, says to go to Fuddruckers yourself. Tracy says you got to try the ground chuck, you. Young says chuck you too and tosses him out of the game. Well, how do you like that? You offer somebody dinner and they throw you out of the game. You know what makes me laugh is Skip Carey, Harry's son. He does the Atlanta Brave games.
Sure.
I listen to this guy when I can't sleep. He's like Sominex. He's like, Chipper Jones takes one on the outside, 3-1 on Chipper Jones. Don't forget all week long, we got the best of the Duke right here on TBS. John Williams right here on TBS. There's a long fly ball. Looks like that's out of here. Don't forget to tune in Tuesday. We got the best of Charles Bronson right here on TBS. Death Wish 1 through 25 right here on TBS. Well, I guess that was the game winner. Everybody seems to be shaking hands and patting each other. Tune in Wednesday when the Cubs come to face the Braves right here on TBS.
I love that.
And you know, Harry's going, I can't believe that's my son. He's got no personality. What the hell is he talking about? You know, Harry would get excited over the dumbest stuff. Hey, check out the kid in the sombrero. That's a good-looking youngster, huh? You're like, what the hell was that?
John Caponera, the classic Harry Carey tribute. And once again, God, it's almost like the ghost of Harry Carey.
Yeah.
Doing the national anthem at that special game last evening.
Pretty fun. The crowd seemed to love it.
I remember reading about a couple of music tours where they had the holograms. Remember this?
Yeah.
Tupac.
Yeah. Did that go over? Did people go see those?
I think so, yeah.
Roy Orbison had one too, right?
Yeah.
I think Elvis did also.
I thought I think it was Roy Orbison and Tupac.
This isn't a hologram, but have you heard about the 25-foot inflatable Ozzy Osbourne that's making its rounds?
Really?
It's about time.
The giant Ozzy debuted at Comic-Con in San Diego last month, has been spotted recently in Los Angeles and in Las Vegas, and will be apparently at Sturgis, which is going on in South Dakota this weekend. After that, it could show up just about anywhere in America before ending up in New York City on September 9th.
Sturgis is a party.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lord.
That's something.
A blow-up Ozzy.
25-foot Ozzy Osbourne.
Okay.
Who doesn't want to see that?
Cool.
Okay.
And police in Wisconsin have rescued a wild turkey that broke into a second-story apartment. Resident Doris Madden told WSAW.
We saw the news.
You betcha. Turkey cat burglar.
The broken window called her apartment manager, who had a maintenance worker investigate. Madden said when he opened the door, there's this wild turkey. Wausau police were called. Responding officers managed to safely capture the intruder and release it back in the wild.
I doubt it. Someone's going to find out what tased turkey tastes like tonight with gravy.
Who's got giblets? Here we go.
Oh, well, that's a nice happy ending story.
Sure.
All right. Now, coming up, we, of course, have our history lesson.
Oh, yeah.
A couple of quick reminders. Our good friend Greg Warren at the Caravan, Louisville, Kentucky, tonight, tomorrow, and Saturday night for some great live comedy. And Greg's going to be recording his live album in Lexington, down the road a piece.
That's right, October 1st.
Right, but Louisville this weekend for Mr. Greg Warren. While I'm at it, Josh Reno and Jeff Oskey this weekend, Richmond and Martinsville, Indiana.
Not to be missed.
Okay, and then we've got your Donnie Baker Saturday, August 27th in Princeton, Indiana at the Toyota Event Center. Donnie, by the way, and his band doing a special appearance with us coming up in Louisville for a part of the Bourbon and Beyond Festival.
Cool.
That's all happening. Right now, if you're listening to today's show, you want to watch it tonight on YouTube. How do you do that, Ace?
Bob and Tom tonight. We premiered at 8 o'clock Eastern.
8 o'clock tonight at the Bob and Tom channel there on the YouTube. But if you want to listen right now, yes.
You know how you hear it, even on YouTube. I bet you got a smart TV. You can dial in with your Raycon earbuds. They're Bluetooth. Of course they are. We got longer days and less to do, and possibilities are endless. That's where Raycon's everyday earbuds come in. Look, feel, and sound better than ever. 3 sound profiles to match whatever you're listening to. They feature noise isolation and awareness mode. You can listen while you travel or during a grueling workout. The gel tips that are made for Raycons fit every ear ever made, and they're comfortable enough for all-day wear. And remember, they do not budge. Raycon, you also get 8 hours of playtime, 32 hours of battery life. You get all that for half the price of other premium audio brands. It's no wonder Raycon's everyday earbuds have over 49,000 5-star reviews. Right now, you can go to buyraycon.com/Tom and get 15% off your Raycon order. That's quite a deal. Buyraycon.com/Tom, 15% off your Raycons. One more time, buyraycon.com/Tom.
Coming back, the enlightening portion of our program, such as it is. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. The show is also out there for you on our YouTube channel. Watch and subscribe. Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, I'm Marty Gleckman for Casket Carnival.
It's a Casket Carnival. You won't lose your shirt. It's a Casket Carnival. When we shovel on the dirt, we'll make sure you really save before we stick you in the grave. We won't steal from you. Casket Carnival.
We've got lots of games and prizes, and since many of our coffins are scratch and dent or gently used models, we pass the savings on to you at Casket Carnival. And don't forget to say hello to our lovable mascot, Embalmo the Clown.
Hey, yeah, there. Thanks for coming to the Casket Carnival. You're really gonna dig our prices there. Don't forget to ask about our layaway plan, huh? Hey, geez, what's wrong with these people? I'm dying up here, huh? At the cremation station, we want to earn your business. You know, sometimes I wish I were dead.
Hi, fellas. This is Floyd Tucker, the over-the-road trucker. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Course.
Hey, you want to be a winner? Of course you do. Enter to win the Beyond the Bourbon All-Inclusive Sweepstakes brought to you by Team Kentucky. You could win a VIP weekend pass to see the Bourbon and Beyond Music Festival at Highland Festival Grounds, Kentucky Expo Center, featuring Pearl Jam, Jack White, Kings of Leon, Chris Stapleton, and over 50 other bands. You could win VIP passes, airfare credit, hotel accommodations, ground transportation, and more with an exclamation point. Go to bobandtom.com/contest and click on the Beyond the Bourbon contest. Again, brought to you by Team Kentucky, and good luck to you from all of us here at the Bob and Tom Show. The Black Moods, our in-house band. We learned a lot today as well. We'll find out what that was and a little look at history with Professor Tom Griswold as we look back at this Friday, August 12th and find out what happened in history on this day. That's all coming up. And you staying here with us, Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee with your Bob and Tom News Update. Well, the nation's top health public agency is relaxing its COVID-19 guidelines and dropping the recommendation that we quarantine ourselves if you come in close contact with an infected person. That's right. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention also said yesterday that we no longer need to stay at least 6 feet away from each other. The changes come more than 2.5 years after the start of the pandemic. In South Carolina, a woman was killed after a loose beach umbrella impaled her in the chest. The Henry County Coroner's Office reports 63-year-old Tammy Perot was hit by the umbrella around 12:30 in the afternoon Wednesday at a Garden City beach. She died about an hour later at the hospital from chest trauma. Beach umbrellas have a spiked end to help push them into the sand, and their wide canopy allows them to get caught up in a strong wind if they're not anchored properly. About 3,000 people are injured each year by beach umbrellas. And a semi-trailer loaded with beer turned over in Kentucky, spilling cases just off an interstate ramp. The truck spilled its entire cargo of Bud Light. Most of it ended up in the median between the ramp and I-265. Louisville police said there were no injuries. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Hey, man, it's Donnie Baker. And the fact remains there's nothing better than being a VIP. And I don't mean like us dudes on Pervert Rabbit Xanadu's. I'm talking about a Bob and Tom VIP. Best thing, you'll never miss another minute of the show. I swear to God. You can hear the show here in the morning, and then because you're a Bob and Tom VIP, you'll get the podcast of the entire show, a 12-month library of podcasts, hundreds of Bob and Tom comedy tapes, and a 60-day video archive of the show. Bob and Tom VIP. You have to get it. It's state law.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hello and welcome to Spit Take Theatre. This week's Spit Take Theatre presentation at the water cooler.
Man, I can't wait until the new episodes of Survivor are shown. I've really become addicted to those reality shows.
Oh, I am too. I lived for Rupert. I love that guy. I've wanted to be a Survivor contestant ever since the first one. The locations they stay at are so beautiful.
Oh, yeah, they sure are. Hey, would you ever do Big Brother?
Well, actually, I've already done my Big Brother.
Huh?
I haven't done my father or my grandpa yet.
You've slept with your big brother, Dave?
Well, yeah.
Wow. Small world. I slept with your big brother, Dave.
What?
Yeah, he's cute.
This has been Spit Take Theatre. Wow. Join us next week for another edition of Spit Take Theatre.
All right. Well, that took a nasty turn, didn't it?
Hi, this is Kostaki Economopoulos, and you are listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
I got thrown out of J.C. Penney the other day.
Really?
Yeah, fondling up the mannequins. You believe that? And that ain't my fault. Have you seen the mannequins in there?
Uh-huh.
And they taunt you, too. They got the little short skirt on, the arm up, kind of waving you over. You know what I mean? Shoot. I tell you what, if you ask me, the little whore was asking for it.
You know you're too high when you're eating cereal naked and your girlfriend tells you to put some clothes on. You realize it's not your girlfriend. It's just a woman on a bus. That's how you know you're too high.
Bob and Tom, 24/7.
Comedy via your computer. Bob and Tom 24/7.
This is.
Give you some details on that in a minute.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hey.
There's Pat Godwin.
Hello.
Packing it up over there in the performance room. There's Josh Arnold in the upside sidekick chair.
Hello.
There's Ace Cosby manning that track phone hotline. Hot phone. I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom.
Thank you very much, Chick.
You're welcome.
Unusual story this morning. Christy, can you run it by me again about the blow-up Ozzy Osbourne? What is this again now? It's a giant...
Yeah, a 25-foot inflatable Ozzy Osbourne is touring the nation. It debuted at Comic-Con in San Diego, spotted recently in Los Angeles and in Las Vegas, and apparently will make an appearance, at the Sturgis Motorcycle Rally in South Dakota this weekend.
He's getting ready for his new album.
Yeah, after that, it could show up anywhere in America, and it'll end up in New York City on September 9th when his new album, Patient Number 9, comes out.
Okay, I'm looking at it. It's very funny.
Is it?
Yeah, it looks like one of those Macy's Thanksgiving Day balloons.
Oh yeah.
It's very generous. I'll put it that way.
It's a young Ozzy, isn't it?
Yes, it's a young, slender Ozzy. Yes. Ozzy has been on our show many times.
Sure.
And one time we had him on the phone, and he was kind of hard to understand. Everybody else in the room was not paying attention, and I was desperately trying to get through the interview. But after it was over, as you can see,
we were embarrassed out of business.
But this is the real Ozzy. I'm going to play this. This introduces itself. It'll be very clear in a second here.
What if Ozzy was ordering a pizza? So at first we were going to have Dean, our producer, do his famous Ozzy voice.
Mm-hmm.
But then clear heads prevailed, and we decided to actually have Ozzy by taking actual parts of the interview,
right,
and then intercutting them with Mike Mark from our staff, pretending to be the pizza delivery. So this is actually Ozzy's voice. Is that clear enough? Did I make? Okay,
I believe so.
Okay, here we go.
Go ahead.
Paparazzi Pizza. Can I take your order?
Yeah, I'm doing in the color.
Okay.
They're allowing to go and we just got to the Mad Monk.
Meat lover.
Right.
Yeah, gonna stop 45 minutes.
That is never not funny. Never.
Terrific. Meat
God.
lovers? Okay, thank you, Ozzy. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Dean. Time now to do what?
Time now for today in history, August 12th.
August 12th.
2022.
Well, here we go.
What?
This is a famous moment in history. Everybody knows this one.
What?
Thomas Edison completed the first model for the phonograph.
Oh.
Remember the...
I got this one, light bulb.
Mary Had a Little Lamb.
Yeah.
Have you seen the picture of this?
No.
I've ever wondered why he has the naked chick sitting next to him. I guess
because he was in the recording business.
Yeah,
that's the way
they want to see the studio.
It happened right away.
Yeah, right away. They always want. I want to be there. I was there when they made Stairway.
Chicks love recording studios.
Yes. That Stairway solo. That was right after Suckathon '69. Well, that was the year of the Suckathon. Let's see.
I remember 1969. It wasn't that big a year.
This is obscure. I'm going to do a question here. Josh, this is for you.
Yeah.
In 1927, a movie called Wings won an Oscar for Best Picture.
Right.
It was a silent movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What is the other silent movie that won an Oscar?
The Artist.
Very good.
Yeah,
You knew he'd know that.
What's his face in the dog?
He's a movie guy.
I love that movie.
I do too.
I do too.
Speaking of movies, The Wizard of Oz had its premiere in 1939 on this date in Wisconsin.
Interesting.
Why wouldn't it have been in Kansas?
Kansas was booked.
Oh, okay.
Because there's no place like Economonomowoc. I don't know.
No place like the Dells.
Okay. I mean, it's lovely, but I mean, you'd think that they would have done it in Kansas. 1990, the largest T-Rex skeleton ever discovered was found by Ms. Susan Hendrickson.
What was the name of that thing? Does it say? It had a name.
I thought they named
called
it Sue.
Sue,
Yeah.
thank you. Yeah. Yeah.
A Rex named Sue.
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is.
After her.
Want to make them tough.
Yeah, that is some nice pictures. Let's see. Happy birthday to, the great Buck Owens, the Bakersfield Sound.
Ah, yes.
The Buckaroos.
Yeah. And I don't know how to pronounce this guy's name, and you'll know it, Josh. I'm going to give you the hint backwards. This guy was only in 5 movies. Every one of them was nominated for Best Picture.
We all know that one.
The Godfather Part 2, The Conversation, The Deer Hunter, and Dog Day Afternoon.
Meryl Streep was in love with?
Yeah.
How do you pronounce his name?
Is it boy?
Is it Cazale or Cazale?
Yeah, I think it is just Cazale.
John Cazale.
Yeah.
Okay. Tremendous actor. Born in 1949, the great Mark Knopfler of Dire Straits.
Oh, he's a good solo. Oof.
He's great. Sultans of Swing.
Yep.
Yeah. We are the Sultans of Swing. And then, she's gone, but happy birthday to Yori Del Harris. Anyone?
Judy Garland.
No, close. Miss Cleo.
No.
The psychic?
Yes, she's deceased, but of
TV
course,
psychic.
She saw that
Josh,
coming.
can you describe the look on my face?
Bemused at best.
Befuddled, bewildered.
And lastly, happy birthday to Anthony Ray.
Sugar Ray?
No.
Anthony Ray on the Flying Nun guy?
No.
That's Aldo.
Oh, that's Mark.
Sir Mix-a-Lot.
All right.
Geez.
What song did he have out?
I like big butts and I cannot lie.
Thank you very much.
I like big butts and I cannot lie.
I heard you the first time.
Time now for Things We Learned, brought to you by Napa Auto Parts. 6,000 Napa Auto Parts stores, 17,000 Napa Auto Care Centers. Napa is the fuel that helps drivers like you get up and go. That's our buddies at Napa. Tom brought up pizza stains in relation to Josh in the first minute of the show.
No, it's because Josh had insulted Christy.
Complimented.
And then he said, I'd like to have your dress on my floor, implying there was some kind of sexual activity.
That's right.
And then then you said, I'd like to see your dress on my sofa. And I said, don't let him do that, Christy. He'll get pizza stains on it.
That's right.
See, he insulted you, so
You found that insulting?
Turned around.
I thought it was funny.
Christy was out experiencing the world yesterday and heard Tom Jones in its entirety.
Yes.
What's up, Pussycat?
No,
I was shocked
Pussycat?
by the end.
What's new, Pussycat?
Pussycat
What's new,
and
Pussycat? Whoa.
the word lips a lot at the end.
Yeah, the last 2 lines.
Harry Carey's hologram saying, take me out to the ball game at the Field of Dreams game in Dyersville last night. Black Booze, we're here. Thanks to those guys again.
Yeah.
Yes. Quality individuals.
And Christy, Eddie came in here. Eddie's been very busy fixing up for the Black Moods, the studio, but he did have time to fix my turntable.
Oh.
What's new, pussy?
It's still skipping.
Tom enjoys a good taint buffing with a towel following the shower.
Loves it.
I did invite Josh to tickle my ass with a feather.
You did?
Yeah, it'll happen one of these days.
Earlier this morning. And Christy slept with windows open last night.
I did.
I don't
Who
know
cares?
if that's a euphemism or she had windows open.
Come to my window.
And a listener has told us that they're going to put crap cod on their bucket list.
Well, the sewers in Cape Cod are shut down.
Thank you, Kevin.
Down. And what was the thing that was very, very important to mention? I'm not sure. Oh, I know. You can watch the show on YouTube tonight. Right, Ace? How do you find it?
8 o'clock Eastern.
Okay,
YouTube.
Bob and Tom YouTube.
It's on your computer now.
Oh, good. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Pearl Jam, Jack White, Kings of Leon, and 50 more artists celebrate Bourbon and Beyond in Louisville, September 15th through 18th, and you can too. Go to bobandtom.com/contest now to enter to win Beyond the Bourbon All-Inclusive Sweepstakes, brought to you by Team Kentucky. This is the Bob and Tom Show.